Good Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DeKalb County High School in Smithville, Tennessee, where we are set for a Thursday night edition of the high school football game of the week, and it's an important Region 4 4A showdown as the visiting Stone Memorial Panthers take on the hosting DeKalb County Tigers. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. This is the Watson Chevy pregame show. Thrilled to be joined here in the press box, the catbird seat in the press box here in Smithville by my partner, Justin Matheny, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. That's right, Justin on the call here on late notice, little Thursday night football. Hurricane Helene is already here. Hasn't even officially made landfall, up to a Category 4 storm right now in the Gulf of Mexico, but we are getting those outer bands already here. A little bit breezy, but the rain has begun to fall, and Justin, a huge region matchup. They move it up a day, a smart decision. The winds tomorrow going to be terrible. The rain tomorrow going to be even worse than it is right now, but it is going to create some questions and some havoc tonight in a game that both these two teams need to have.
This is a huge game for playoff implications. This could determine somebody getting in that last spot in Region 4 4A and someone going home. And these are two good football teams that really both need this win. Probably Stone with their back against the wall a little bit more, already having some region losses here. Probably is a little more important to them. But again, DeKalb County wins this one, and they're probably fighting with Sparta for that third seed in this region.
Absolutely. You look at this, a very interesting tale of the tape. The DeKalb County Tigers under head coach Steve Trapp in his 20th season here in Smithville. They are undefeated, 5-0. They're the 10th ranked team in the state of Tennessee in the latest Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, and they're coming off their best win of the season on the road in the jungle at Gordonsville, a 35-21 victory over a state championship contending Gordonsville Tigers team. Their other wins have come over Warren County, Smith County, Livingston, and Watertown. They've scored 37 points per game. They're allowing 15. The thing that jumps out to you, though, are those names I just read have not faced the highest caliber of competition except for last week, but that was in 3 classifications down against a good Gordonsville team. From talking to Steve Trapp this week, he knows the level of competition rises immensely this week, starting here with Stone Memorial. They're going to have to be prepared and continue their level of play against tougher competition.
You know, I think maybe if you're a DeKalb County fan, you might have a little of this Tennessee angst. Like, you feel like you're good. You've just not really played anybody. I'm not saying Tennessee didn't just kick the dog crap out of Oklahoma up and down the field. But what I'm saying is those first 3 weeks, it just wasn't – you really didn't know. North Carolina State wasn't what you thought they would be, and, UTC and Kent State, whatever. Kind of same with those teams you rattled off before Gordonsville. But like you did say, Gordonsville, a 1A team, what do you have? Stone's definitely played a tougher schedule to this point, and they've taken the lumps. Who does that benefit early in this game?
Yeah, and you talk about it, Stone Memorial under head coach Derek Samber. He's in his 9th season as head coach,
Wow.
7th as Stone Memorial's head coach. They are 42-31 with 2 region championships in his time in Crossville. And Stone is 3-2 with wins over Sweetwater, Cumberland County, and their best win of the season last week at Meigs County, a top 5 in 3A ranked Meigs County team, 35-16. Their losses, you mentioned a good schedule, losing to open their season against a really good Cookeville team and against White County in their Region 4 4A matchup there. For Stone Memorial, they have to win this game because they already lost to Sparta. Everybody has eyes. We understand what that team is in Baxter that's about to be live on UCR2 taking on Cumberland County. They're going to be 6-0 in about 80 minutes or so there in Baxter. Macon County only lost to that team by a point. They sure look like they're one of the top teams in Class 4A. That means there's a 3-way battle for 2 spots between these two teams and White County. Stone's already lost to White County. They lose to DeKalb County. It's over. DeKalb's trying to send them to the crib tonight.
Yeah, and that's a tough spot to be in here. If you're Stone at the halfway mark of the season, thinking everything in front of you, you've got to have a ton of help to make it. I don't know if that help's going to come. That's just what I'm saying. It's a must-win tonight for the Panthers, and you mentioned it. The wind's picking up. It is steadily raining. It's not going to be as bad tonight as it is tomorrow, but it's coming down, and that's going to greatly affect the game. I've always felt, as a defensive coach, I was at a big disadvantage when we were playing in the rain because we don't know the cadence. We don't really know where the play's going. The offensive player just has that just a little bit. You know, they know where they're cutting, and they're chopping down a little earlier with their strides, and they can manage the wet grass a little better. Conversely, though, it's hard. That ball's heavy. It's hard to throw. It's hard to catch. So if you have one go off your fingertips, that could be going the other way.
You get into some of the players within this matchup because there are no shortage of stars, as you would expect in a high school football game of the week, as we are live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, the Hub Plus Roku app, the NFHS network tonight. We're also live and locally on channel 192 on Spectrum and Twin Lakes. Anywhere you want to watch high school football tonight, you can. We mentioned over on UCR2 right now, it is Upperman and Cumberland County. On UCR3, it's the Upper Cumberland Conference Middle School Championship game. Avery, Trace, and DeKalb County doing battle there. So 3 different broadcasts tonight. We'll have 3 more tomorrow night as well. And we talk about the stars in this game, Justin, and it has to start with DeKalb County's quarterback, Jordan Parker. We remember when he was just a little lad getting in there as a young kid with the injuries to the starting quarterback previous, and he has really taken the reins to the Corvette here in Smithville. 63 carries this year. He's really developed as a runner for 657 yards. He's running 10.4 yards per carry with 9 touchdowns. He's completing 64% of his passes for over 700 yards, 10 more touchdowns. Big key. No interceptions. Only been sacked 5 times. He's got a host of weapons. Cecil Ketchum, Ryan Lyons, John Hendricks, but Jordan Parker, the engine that's making this DeKalb County offense team, or this team, go right now.
Yeah, it's you don't want to give too much credit to one kid, but it's right now it's a Jordan Parker show. If he's going to show up and ball out, they're going to have a great chance to win this game and win a bunch of games going the rest of the season. If he's going to struggle, they're going to struggle. I'm personally really excited to watch Ryan Lyons play. He's just a sophomore, 5'10", 165. Dude can fly. We were talking off air about his catch-to-touchdown ratio. It's a great ratio a lot of people would like to have, but I'm really excited to watch him play live tonight.
20 catches, 8 touchdowns so far this year for Ryan Lyons. We'll continue the Watson Chevy pregame show when we come back. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy, inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement. And start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Welcome back as we continue with the Watson Chevy pregame show. Captain's about to meet at midfield. I'm Noah McKay. He's Justin Matheny. Madison McKay producing things. Michael Lindsay's down there on the field, and he has got a dandy of a setup. He's got the rain gear on. He's got the Tennessee jacket covering the very nice camera. He's got the miniature umbrella. He is down there giving his all for UCR tonight. We appreciate it.
I can't believe we've made it this far into this broadcast and not mention that we are in the trap house here in Smith County.
We are in the trap
Smith
house.
County, Smithville, DeKalb County.
Absolutely right. Let's get into the starting lineups for these two teams as Justin will watch the coin toss and let us know what happens there. And let's start on defense. First for the DeKalb County Tigers, who are allowing 15.2 points per game so far this season. Up front, Wyatt Carter, Blaine Atnett, and Jarrett Hamilton. The linebackers, Isaac Hanna, Tucker Webb, and Hunter Buchanan. In the secondary for Coach Steve Trapp, Caleb Gomez, Ty Webb, John Hendricks, Jesse Fooch, and Ryan Lyons. Defensively for Stone Memorial in this ball game up front, it's Jaden Falafua, Tate Sieber, Cameron Melton, and Cole Hinch. The linebackers are Lincoln Eldridge, Cody Parker, and Kyle Hinch. And on the back end in the secondary, Gabe Garcia, Connor Melton, and Dylan Phillips. Offensively, the two teams will line up like this. First for the hosting DeKalb County Tigers. Up front from left to right, Bryson Arnold, Colby Roller, Aiden Turner, Caden Hecker, and Chris Pulley. The wide receivers are Ryan Lyons, John Hendricks, and John Pulley. The tight end, Jarrett Hamilton. Cecil Ketchum is the sophomore tailback, and the starting quarterback is Jordan Parker. For the Stone Memorial Panthers, they'll line up left to right on the offensive line. Gage Eldridge, Cam Melton, Tate Sieber, Cooper Disney, and Cole Hinch. The wide receivers, Maddox Akendo, Hunter Haney, Caden Page. The tight end is Carson McCoy. The tailback, Lincoln Eldridge, and the starting quarterback is Noah Potter. We talked about some of the stars for DeKalb County before we went to break. One headliner in this game for the Stone Memorial Panthers is, of course, their senior, listed as a wide receiver. He'll play running back some. Huge game last week against Meigs County. They need a huge game tonight out of Maddox Akendo.
Yeah, and we talked about what Jordan Parker is for the DeKalb offense. That's what Maddox Akendo is for that Stone Memorial offense. He's going to make them go. I know you read him off as a receiver. He's going to return kicks. They're going to hand him the football. They're going to jet sweep him. He's going to line up in the backfield. He's going to line up all over the place. And they're just going to try to find ways to get him in space.
It's a Region 4 4A matchup tonight. The winner gets one step closer towards a playoff berth. The loser is going to have a lot of work to do. DeKalb County is going to receive the opening kickoff to open the game.
Stone Memorial won the toss. They've deferred here to the second half. DeKalb is going to receive the ball going right to left on your radio dial.
There you go. Stone Memorial on the road. White jerseys, white pants, golden numbers and letters outlined in black trim. The white helmets with the Black Panther on the side. DeKalb County in their home gray jerseys and pants, black numbers and letters outlined in white trim with the black helmets and the gold tiger on the side. It's a rainy night, not a big crowd, not a huge surprise given the effects of Hurricane Helene. It's going to be worse tomorrow. Hopefully we batten down the hatches enough for the game that Jacob and I will be at in Sparta. Another big Region 4-4A matchup, Macon County and White County set to face off. But first, it's the high school football game of the week. Happy to be along with you tonight. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Justin Matheny, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Michael Lindsay with content for UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Stone is going to kick left to right on your radio dial. It may be a Thursday night, but it's still time. Let's get it on in Region 4-4A. A little squib kick that'll be fielded. It's awkwardly fielded by DeKalb on the 40, and it is certainly raining and windy enough right now, Justin, to where ball security is going to be a huge factor in this ball game.
Probably the most important key here early. If you can get through this just first 5, 6, 7 minutes of playing in this wet weather and just getting adjusted to the ball and not give one up, probably have a huge – somebody's going to make a play here early that's going to adversely affect this game with a turnover. And Stone squibbed that first one, trying to catch him off guard, maybe trying to steal possession here early. Again, we talked about this is a huge game for the Panthers.
The senior quarterback, Jordan Parker, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's been great to start the season. Ryan Lyons, the star receiver, here closest to us in the press box. Snap take and play fake. Parker keeps around the right side with room to run. He's got a stiff arm to the 45, and he'll be slung out of bounds. Stays on his feet. Just depends on the spot. He's going to be short. A gain of 8, though, for Jordan Parker as he pulls it.
Yeah, and just a nice little zone replay there. Parker watched the end crash, was able to get around the corner, get outside to pick up 7 or 8 here to make it a short 2nd and 2.
Coach Trapp talked to me about how they've been able to kind of do something different every week. They've had the ability to be multiple. When they need to air it out, they will. When they've needed to keep it on the ground, they have. And Coach Sandberg told me they've noticed that as well. Makes it tough to defend. Matchup to watch, closest to us here, Maddox Akendo against Ryan Lyons, but this time the handoff goes to Ketchum, and he is stuck in the hole and put down after a gain of 1. Matchup to watch tonight there in the trenches. The Stone front, both offensive and defense, really struggled against Sparta a couple of weeks ago. They're a key tonight.
Well, and not sure if that was called right there, or just all 3 linebackers read that as an inside zone right off the jump, but they looked like a good run blitz call here on 2nd and 3 there. They penetrated, got upfield, and hit that running back before he got going.
3rd down and a long, or we'll say 2 upcoming here. Three bunched over to the left of the line. Parker takes the snap. It's keep the entire way. He's around the edge with blockers in front. 1st down and more to the 40. It's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 1st down. Late flags coming in, and one of the Tigers had his helmet on the ground with his hands up, so this may be extra tacked on to the end.
Yeah, and going back to the play, I'm not sure what the penalty is here. I think you've got that one nailed.
It's a face mask against Stone Memorial, an area they've struggled, quite frankly, for the past several years. 15-yard penalties, that adds on. And now marching into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone, or right on the doorstep of it, is DeKalb County, 90 seconds into the game.
On the defense, Parker's run is good, though. Good enough for Wilson Bacon.
And all that was there, that was just quarterback sweep all the way. They went gun bunch tight over here, ran it to the wide side of the field, and they just outflanked Stone Memorial. They didn't have enough players on that side of the field to have that one defended appropriately.
2 receivers to the right as the rain continues to fall, as it will for the next 48 hours or so. Parker takes the snap, hands off to Ketchum. The sophomore Ketchum bounces through the tackles and makes it forward for a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
And what we're getting all zone scheme from here from DeKalb County right now. Not seeing them pull anybody. That was split zone with that sniffer, fullback, wing, tight end, wherever he's lining up, just blocking back across the zone formation.
Parker going to break huddle here. DeKalb getting everything they want on this opening drive. 2nd down and 3, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Have not aired it out once so far. A little hard count action, and the fullback jumped for DeKalb. We'll see if they say the early movement was on the other side. They will. Penalty goes on Stone, and it's going to be a automatic Sonia Brown, we're going to have a discussion here. And I think that's probably a good discussion. Looked to me like DeKalb went a little bit earlier than Stone did. And now the head official is going to say, nope, Noah, shut up. It's a 5-yard penalty. And it is a 1st down into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone, into the 10-yard line, 1st and goal upcoming here for DeKalb as they try and send an early statement.
They've looked good here on this first drive. Stone's helped them out a little bit with a couple of untimely penalties.
Score update, Upperman leads 7-0 over Cumberland County.
Yeah, that was quick.
It won't take that long. 2 receivers to the right here as Parker's in the gun. has the snap. Going to give to Ketchum again. A little bit of a bobble. Ketchum has it. Now gets forward. Push back. Maybe 2 on the play.
Again, just a simple inside zone there for DeKalb County. They're not trying to do anything fancy so far yet. The biggest play of the game they've got going with that quarterback sweep out of that bunch, but just some simple inside zones here, just trying to fill out Stone a little bit early.
No Friday night end zone show tonight, obviously. We're going to have it tomorrow night as the games are split. So we'll recap all the action tomorrow night after the game's end. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left on 2nd and goal from the 8. Snap taken. Play fake. Parker throws it, and the receiver is wide open. Touchdown, DeKalb County. Wyatt Carter, the junior. And it is early, 6-0 in favor of the Tigers.
Well, I sit here, right after that play, I said they're just running this simple inside zone. They've ran it 2 and 3 times. That fullback is either blocking back across or he's inserting. That time they hit the play action pass. He went up, stopped like he was going to make contact on that linebacker and slipped right behind him, dumped it in over his head. Really great play call here early.
Adrian Prater, the sophomore kicker, is on. This could be tough tonight, but the first one is up, and it is good. 8:38 to go in the first quarter. DeKalb County strikes first. Pressure on the Stone offense when we come back in 30 seconds. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Welcome back as it's 7-0 in favor of DeKalb County. They go right down the field on their opening drive. It's a 61-yard scoring drive. And now the pressure moves to Noah Potter, Maddox Akendo, and the Stone offense to try and answer on a night where points will likely be at a premium a lot of places. DeKalb certainly says not so fast as they keep it on the ground until the final play.
Yeah, and they just looked really smooth. You could tell, obviously, with that last play there, they've been setting that up the whole drive and got Stone. Stone was playing really aggressive. I said on that second run play, I couldn't tell if that was a run blitz or if they just all keyed and came downhill. They took advantage of that aggressiveness there on that touchdown play.
Over on UCR 3, Avery Trace leads DeKalb 6-0, and the Raiders are close to scoring again in the second quarter as this kickoff angling left. Akendo watches it just trickle, and I mean just, maybe half a yard out of bounds. So out to the 35, it'll come for Stone Memorial. Noah Potter, it's interesting. We talked during the Sparta game. His coach said, he started as a freshman over at Cumberland County. It's a totally different system. Didn't play as a sophomore. Derek Samber really views him as start number 6 in his high school career. And he says he's getting better each and every week. He's happy with the play of his junior quarterback. They need him at his best for an offense that likes to throw it on a night where it will be tough to do so.
I know every time we say they like to throw it, they come out here and shock us and run the ball a whole lot. I'm not sure what they're going to do tonight.
Well, it's Maddox Akendo in the backfield here. Snap taken. They're going to play fake. Potter's trying to keep it himself. Not a lot of room to run through. He will dive forward and make something happen for a gain of 3. If you'll remember that Sparta game, of course, that's the last time we saw them in the Upper Cumberland. Sparta blitzed on virtually every play on defense. We'll see if DeKalb does that as well. As Stone goes high tempo, they're right back on the ball. Potter has the snap. This time he will give to Akendo. Akendo wiggles through and now trying to carry defenders forward. Cavalry arrives and forces them back at the 40. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and the first play we get right there, it wasn't a read. It was just a QB counter all the way. They had a puller coming backside, 2 pullers, a guard, and that blocker. And then that second play, they come up with the inside zone. Got some of this Tennessee tempo going here.
They go fast, 1 receiver each way. Potter has the snap, play fake. He's going around the left side. Now there's room for Potter to run through with a juke, and he's cut down. Nice open field tackle made. Ryan Lyons was there. And it's going to be 4th and a yard, and no question about it. Derek Sambers going for this. 7:35 to go. Big play early here from the 44.
This is probably just Coach Samber realizing this is a really big point in the game on their first drive with the ease that DeKalb went down the field.
They're getting lined up quickly. No surprise. Potter has the snap, gives to Akendo. Akendo with 1 cut, gets forward. He does have the Turner Roofing first down for Stone Memorial. He needed 1. He got 2. And this is where that tempo, I talked to Coach Samber about it this morning. He said, hey, if we're on schedule, I know you hate that, but if we're on schedule, we're going fast. And they are doing that here. Quick snap, handoff to Akendo around the right side. Akendo breaks through the hole. There he goes. Maddox Akendo. See you later. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. He's electric, and he shows it off there, taking it 54 yards to the end zone.
Yeah, so, again, this tempo, DeKalb had a player run off late, limping. They subbed somebody in, but I just don't think they got lined up good right there, and they just simple outside zone. They hit a QB counter, inside zone, zone read, inside zone, and then that outside zone here on that last play, you could see the DeKalb defenders just expecting something to go inside, and didn't get a chance to talk about the play before on the fourth down, but that was a lot of second effort there on Akendo to pick that one up because he got hit in the backfield.
Maddox Akendo takes it to the crib. Snap a little bit offline, and now we'll have a stoppage and maybe some early movement as DeKalb was trying to jump that snap. We'll see which way it's against. It is against DeKalb as Ty Webb got a head start. So that'll make it half the distance, and that makes it interesting here. A lot of coaches, they like to go for it after you get that yard and a half.
Yeah, if I'm playing a video game, I'd probably go for it here, but it being real life and raining like it is, and it looks like they're leaving it at the 3.
You could apply it on the kickoff potentially.
Maybe so.
This is why Jeremy's here on most Friday nights. He helps us with these things. Potter is the holder. Snap, set, and it's a bobbled snap. Potter has it, and he's taken down. So all for naught for Stone. They do strike, however, and with 7:01 to go in the first quarter, it's still 7-6. Tigers out in front, and an interesting start back and forth early on. The Stars come into play.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple of guys tonight, and Jordan Parker for DeKalb with a touchdown pass, and then Maddox Akendo with a 54-yard touchdown run. Two of the guys we highlighted here in the pregame that we thought could have big impacts.
Kicking, going to be a question. That snap to hold has got to be pretty quickly. In the next couple of days, this rain, which is consistently falling now and will continue to. Remember, this thing hasn't even made landfall yet down in Florida, and we're already having rain here. This is a monster storm. Hopefully everybody stays safe down there in the Panhandle because it is ugly.
Well, and talking about the extra point there, the ball is heavier, it's wet, your hands are wet, so the operation of the snap, set, and hold is just so much different than what you're used to. And it looks like Stone took that on the kickoff here because they squibbed the first one, and it looks like DeKalb's got kind of a hands team up front, just having everybody.
Oh, there's a dangerous return man, and I mean dangerous. Ryan Lyons looming on that back end on the left side. I think John Hendricks potentially on the other. Can't get a look at that number. 7:01 to go in the first quarter. Kicker for the Panthers is Kane Basenko. He was not active against Sparta, but he's back in there last couple of weeks. Was good a week ago, and now another one of these onside kicks, and this one's bobbled, angling towards the end line. Who has it? I think it's DeKalb football. No signal. It is going to be a DeKalb County football recovered by the Tigers. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 38, and that's one way to not kick it to Ryan Lyons, just onside kick it every time.
Well, they're at they've almost got both of them. So that front line's letting that bounce. With it being wet and the field's wet and the ball's wet, the back line there, they're going to have to attack that football. They can't let it lay on the ground forever.
Jordan Parker's offense went down virtually uncontested on their first drive. Looking to do it again here, leading by 1. 2 receivers to the left. Parker going to be in the shotgun as he will be all night long. He calls for and has the snap. Going to play fake, looking to throw. Now he's forced out of the pocket to the right. He's hitting the backfield, spun around, and sacked. It's a domino sack for the Stone Memorial Panthers. First one in, and a big show of emotion there. Jaden Falafua got in there as well.
Now, I'm glad you pronounced that because I was going to butcher it.
Do my best.
But right here, just a great individual effort by Falafua to get off that block, had the play action pass there, wasn't a quick hitter, and it just wasn't there. Parker had to tuck that down and try to get outside and run, and I'm just going to say Jaden. No chance I get that out again. Was able just to contain that and get him down on the outside.
I'm going to stun you with a score update. Upperman leads 14-0 midway through the first quarter. Trips out to the left side bunch. Snap taken. They got a lot of yards the first time they ran this. Looking for it again. Parker stutter steps. Now is carrying defenders forward. He's finished off with a stiff shot. Lincoln Eldridge got in there at the end. First one in was Carson Bunker, but Parker erases the negative yardage and then some. They like something out of that formation. It's going to be 3rd down and a manageable 6 for DeKalb.
Yeah, so that's the second time they've ran this, and the same result has happened. Stone's not getting lined up numbers-wise to that. They're outnumbered, so it's just a gimme. He's not getting anything until he's getting close to the safeties, and then he's picking up a couple extra falling forward. They've got to get shifted over their defense. They've got to get lined up numbers-wise, or they could run that all night.
3rd down and 6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's Lions against DeKalb. Get your popcorn ready there. 5:25 to play in the opening frame. Snap taken for Parker. He bobbles it. It's on the ground. Fumbled. Hurricane Helene making her presence felt. Recovered by Parker. 4th and 10, and the Tigers send the punting unit out.
Yeah, just a really as crisp and as smooth as they looked on that first drive. They just looked off kilter that whole series right there. Have to regroup, get over here on the sideline, and figure out what's going on.
4th and 10 here, and they're looking for the punter. Painter checks in late. 20 seconds on the play clock, so they've got some time. And guess who's back deep to receive? Maddox Akindo.
Don't kick it to him.
Yeah, that's a good pro tip. He already has 1 long touchdown of 54 yards in the ball game. Prater has the snap, gets the punt away. This is a great kick, but he does kick it to him. Akindo lets it bounce, rolls away from him. It's a tremendous punt by Adrian Prater. Touchdown at the 14-yard line. That is as good as it gets. A 44-yard punt away from Maddox Akindo.
Yeah, I said don't kick it to him, but they were able to angle it away from him. They actually got a lot more roll out of that ball than I thought they would with how wet this field is.
1st and 10 for a Stone offense that faced a 4th and 1 converted, and in 1 play later, Maddox Akindo said, "See you at the house." They start this one on their own 14 as DeKalb's defense will look to lock down. One receiver split each way for Potter. Has the snap, play fake, and we've got a whistle coming in from the Stone sideline with a flag down, and it's going to be against DeKalb, an encroachment penalty. I've had several of these already each way. 5 yards makes it 1st and 5.
And it looks like Stone was gearing up there to take a play-action shot right there, see if they come back to it here on this 1st and 5 play. They've lined up in the same formation every snap so far as well.
We got Caden Page over here on the right side. They really like him. And now the officials coming over and having a word, I believe, with Coach Trapp. And I'm not sure what it's about. I can't see that far over to our left. It was an air horn. Okay, so the air horn has been discarded. It was right there beside where Stone was running offense. 1 receiver each way. Potter takes the snap. He is play fake, looking deep, and Page has him burnt. Shot deep, and it's incomplete. Overthrown. It would have been an 81-yard touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, you know, they dialed up the same play right here, and they had it. They had kind of DeKalb looking there in the backfield, just couldn't connect. And that's the thing about, as a defensive coach, you'll say, man, they beat us, but they still got to throw it and still got to catch it. There's a lot that can go wrong when you put the ball in there, and they just were a little off on the timing of that one.
DeKalb County Avery Trace tied up at 6 at halftime in the middle school championship game over on UCR 3. Flags are down as everywhere as being hit and taken down. To the right is Noah Potter after a gain of maybe a yard, but we've got flags literally in 3 different places. Could be for the same thing, but let's wait and see. White hat official has a long way to go. I think this is going to be a hold, but we'll wait. It is illegal procedure, declined, and then a hold against Stone Memorial. That'll back him up 10 yards. Jeremy told us last week that it's different now. It's 10 yards from the line, just like it is in college and the pros, not from the spot. So it's going to be 2nd down and 15 upcoming here for Stone.
Yeah, he also mentioned, well, I'll say something in a minute.
Potter with the snap. Going to give to Akindo around the left side. Akindo being strung out there, and that is very well defended by DeKalb. They put him down. No gain, maybe a loss.
And something Jeremy has kind of hit on, I don't know if it was a game we did together or I was listening to you guys, but it would be nice to see the high school rules catch up with a little bit of the college game where there's a little more continuity there. Right there on that play, they went back to that outside zone, running to the wide side of the field. DeKalb end did a lot better job not getting reached and letting Akendo hit the corner.
3rd down and 15 here for Stone Memorial as Potter sends 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Junior quarterback has the snap. Going to give to Akendo again. Akendo with a jump to the outside. Now we're almost forward. It is not Akendo. It's a different back in the backfield with a still very nice move. And that's 0. Lincoln Eldridge, the sophomore rather. And now the teams will trade punts. And this is more what we expected. Given the conditions, you may break a couple of long plays, but this typically becomes a slog when it's this rainy and windy out.
Yeah, after both teams went down and DeKalb put together a scoring drive and Stone had a big explosive for a touchdown, but we've got back-to-back 3-and-outs.
Punt is away. This one's spinning. Takes a bit of a stone hop inside the 45, now to the 40. Ends up being a really good effort on the punt. It'll be touchdown on the 36 with 2:45 to play here in the opening quarter. DeKalb easy down the field on their first drive. Stone easy down the field on theirs. Now we've traded punts. Let's see who can get the next answer in a 7-6 ball game. 3 games tomorrow night. We will be, along with Coach Dodgen, myself and Jacob, in Sparta for a region matchup. Macon County and White County. Macon County trying to keep pace. Sparta trying to get back up after getting knocked down a week ago. Over on UCR 2, it'll be Livingston Academy traveling to take on York. And on UCR 3, it'll be Cookeville winning by 700 points when they travel down to Warren County.
Hope so.
2 receivers to the left as Jordan Parker has the shotgun snap. This time he's going to run to the right, trying to bounce it. Parker being strung out now with a big stiff arm, spins and will be hit and taken down. Pursuit for several different Panthers. Kyle Hinch was the first one in. He's a bit hobbled, trying to walk it off. It's a loss of 2.
And what DeKalb was doing early with that tight bunch and getting to the outside, they tried to run just another quarterback sweep there to the wide side of the field. You see that in high school. The hashes are so wide. If you're on one hash, you've got so much green grass over here. But they tried to get outside. And again, that left side of the Stone defense has done a really good job a couple times containing the football and not allowing the ball carrier to circle the wagons and get north and south.
2nd down and 12 as they break huddle late. 5 on the play clock, and that prompts Steve Trapp to burn a timeout with 1:59 to go in the quarter. So I think if you're Stone, you're entering this game knowing the stakes that you have. We talk about this all the time, Justin. You want to get DeKalb into the deep water. They've done that so far.
They have. I mean, we're sitting here and, just getting DeKalb behind the sticks. After that first drive, the Stone defense has really settled in and got their footing about them and not just giving up some of those free reign, easy runs, getting around the outside. And, DeKalb had a bad snap and a penalty to hurt them on the last drive. But both these teams, the second series for them didn't look very good. They just looked off a little bit. So see which one of these teams kind of settle in here first.
1:59 to go in the opening quarter. Here live once again, they're at the middle school game. They're at halftime, 6-6. Avery Trace and DeKalb.
You probably didn't realize this. Former Mr. Avery Trace calling the game with you tonight.
I didn't realize that. You're right. There was a flaw in the voting then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Must have been those 2020 counters going on. One receiver each way as Parker is going to be in the gun. Make it 2 out to the right for Parker. He takes the snap, going to hand off to Ketchum. Reverse, they flip the field, going the other way. There's John Hendricks with a head of steam. He is popped and taken down after a gain of about 8. Both these coaches, they got their bag on offense. They'll go into the reverse. Gets it to 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and what a great time to dial that one up. You're sitting here behind the sticks, off schedule, get a reverse. It looked like that had a chance to go for a lot more. Stone did a really good job with the pursuit angles to get that one turned back in, and the other guys rally and tackle it. Again, we've talked about it all night. It's a big game for both these teams.
3rd down and 5 coming here for DeKalb County. They've got to get to their own 46. They're on the 41. Catch him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. Stone shows blitz. Will they bring it? Yep. They sure will. Bobbled snap on the ground again. Parker, and his knee was on the ground. The second 3rd down play in a row for DeKalb that is ended with a snap that was off the mark. But tonight there is a tremendous excuse for it. It is a tough night to snap the football. And we have now traded punts and added one more.
Well, and I had my head down, though. Was that just a low snap on that play right there?
That was a low snap, yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if Parker's got his eyes up and he's just trying to look and make a big play happen or not. But
low snap. This one not as good of a punt as it's spinning, but it is good because they didn't kick it to Maddox Akendo. If you're DeKalb County, decent field position with 32 seconds to go in the opening frame. 1st and 10 on the 30 for Stone Memorial.
And I was going to say before that last series that after both teams scored a touchdown, DeKalb was winning the field position battle. They're getting the ball somewhere between the 30 and the 35. They punted, had a great punt last time, 3 and out. Now they've got Stone's going to start with a lot better field position this time than they did on the last possession.
Could be the final play of the quarter unless it's an incomplete pass. And Akendo going to be back in the backfield. They have Eldridge in there to spell him sometimes. And when Akendo goes out to wide receiver, I think you'll see him a lot at tailback tonight. Snap taken. Handoff will go to him. This time he's hitting the backfield and cut down. Great pursuit getting through up front for DeKalb County. First one in, James Hanna, the junior, takes him down. And we'll see if Stone snaps it again or just takes a little bit of a free timeout. They're going to go quick up to the line so far. Eldridge going to be in the backfield now with Akendo out in the slot. 8 seconds, and Potter does not look like he's going to snap the football. He will not. That brings us to the end of a very interesting first quarter. We got ourselves a ball game. After one, DeKalb County 7, Stone Memorial 6. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson CR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4-bedroom, Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit ChadandAmyCrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back here in Smithville. We appreciate Coach Trapp for having us up here in the penthouse suite on the top floor of the press box.
He had his KFC up here. That was a pleasant surprise.
We appreciate that. And the fine folks, first class here at DeKalb County. It is now pouring. It has gotten progressively more and more rainy outside. It is a downpour now, and it will be for the next day and a half. I will be complaining tomorrow night on the broadcast. Second down and 13 after.
Because you'll be outside.
Correct. Well, I'll be under a tent with a tarp and all sorts of stuff. We're going to reset the play clock here. Same formation we saw that they didn't snap the ball in.
First time they've lined up in it. See what they're going to.
With Eldridge in the backfield, Akendo lined up on the left with 2 more receivers. Snap taken, play fake, going to fire it over into the flat. It's dangerously, nearly intercepted. Ryan Lyons was there, and it's 3rd and 12 as that ball didn't come out clean out of the hands of Noah Potter.
Yeah, and he had him open. He just kind of overthrew it, and that's something I was talking about in the pregame. You sell one tonight, and it just goes off some fingertips or whatever, it's probably a pick going the other way. They got lucky with one right there.
Going hurry here, 2 to the right. Potter takes the snap, going to hand off. Akendo looking around the left side. There he goes. He cuts up. Lyons takes him down. And now we're playing hot potato. The punting unit comes out for Derek Samber 15 seconds into the second quarter. Remember the missed or botched extra point attempt as we move through this ball game.
That's going to loom huge. And, you know, both of these defenses, after the first drive, they've both settled in. That they've got a little help from the offense, but really the defenses have kind of limited the big plays so far.
John Hendricks back deep to receive this kick if they can get it away. Potter's the punter, and this one is spiraling vertically. And it's going to be great field position for DeKalb County. 1st and 10 Tigers on their own 43 with 11:15 to go in the first half.
And this is the when you hear people talk about hidden yardage in a football game, this is what they're talking about. DeKalb, when they've punted the ball, they've been able to move. Not really. They flip the field position, not in the sense that you hear it on Saturdays and Sundays, but they're winning the punting game right now. That was a very short punt, giving them the ball here at the -43.
Cecil Ketchum, the sophomore tailbacks in the backfield alongside Jordan Parker. 2 receivers stacked to the right of Tennessee formation for DeKalb County. Parker takes the snap, strings it out and gives to Ketchum. He's hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage, taken down. No gain on the play. A couple of different Panthers in there defensively as they're playing pretty well up front after a bit of struggles on their first drive. Cody Parker, the senior, in there defensively first.
I'm talking about that stacked receiver formation and why you see people do that. It just adds an extra layer of communication between the corner and the safety and that overhang defender, whether he's a linebacker or a nickel or whatever. You just got to sort out who's got the guy in the back, who's got the guy in the front. It's just something else you have to work through pre-snap.
2nd down and 10 upcoming here. 1 receiver to the left, 3 near the line of scrimmage to the right for Parker. He has the snap. He's trying to run it around the right side with blockers in front. Now it collapses. He spins off of 1. The cavalry arrives and puts him down. Gain of a yard, and it's 3rd and 9 as this one is full on turning into a slog.
Well, and every time they've lined up, that wasn't the normal tight bunch they have where the inside guy, the number 2 receiver is the point guy, the outside guy was the point guy right there. But every time they've lined up with those tight 3 receivers, they're running that quarterback sweep stretch to the outside. And it worked the first drive. Stone's adjusted, got the numbers back over there, and get lined up a little bit better.
Second quarter over on UCR2. It's 21-0 Upperman over Cumberland County. They're going to be 6-0, number 1 team in the state there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Double
Stone
mug.
shows blitz. This is mid-blitz 0 on College Football 25. Here they come. Parker drops, backfires, and it's intercepted. Picked off in the middle of the field to the 45. Juking upfield and now room to run to the 40. 35-30 in a foot race to the 20. 15-10. It's coming back. A late block in the back as it's picked off by Kyle Hinch. They didn't need the block in the back. He was going to score, but regardless, it's a change of possession as Hinch picks it off.
Yeah, and that's just a drop back pass, and Parker just threw into coverage right there. I don't know if he ever saw that linebacker. Had that linebacker not been there, the slant was open behind him. But, again, I just don't think he ever saw him. Linebacker stepped in front of that and made a really nice return down the sidelines. I hate to see that one called back.
First interception thrown of the season for DeKalb County as Kyle Hinch was in the right place, made the catch, and he would have scored. The block came after he had cleared that defender, but it is still business for Coach Sambert, Noah Potter, and the offense. 1st and 10 from the 32 in DeKalb County territory.
And if you're Stone right here, it's been a struggle the last couple of drives. You've got to come away with points. This is probably the best starting field position you'll have all night. Got to get something on the board here.
Stone trails by 1 after a botched PAT attempt. Snap taken. Potter keeps it himself around the right side. Now cuts up through the middle of the defense. Gets hit hard. We're playing tackle football tonight in Region 4-4A. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And again, it's hard to tell. You don't know. Stone's going fast if that's called or not. But that's a nice keep by Parker. Sorry.
Potter, you're fine. The other
Potter. Yep.
Name that starts with a P. Here comes Maddox Akendo to the edge. He jukes up field. He'll be hit and taken down. I think he's going to be just short. Akendo already with 1 long touchdown today. And it is going to be 3rd down and short, I believe. They're looking. It's close.
Well, and you're just getting the counter to what they did. Stone keeps it, the quarterback out the backside, and then the next play they hand it to Akendo. They've got DeKalb off balance a little bit here.
It is 3rd and 1 here as they go quick up to the line. Potter takes the snap, going around the left side. Potter tries to wiggle through. He has the 1st down, jukes upfield, and now will be pushed out of bounds, but not before Turner Roofing 1st down, and it's the first down for either team since their opening drives.
What a stat right there. I wouldn't have, after how they both looked on the first drive, I didn't think we would be saying that here middle of the second quarter.
And now Stone or DeKalb trying to sub. They're late as Stone goes quick, takes the snap. Did they get off in time? They'll say they did. Akendo slung forward. We've got a late flag. I don't think they got off in time.
They definitely did not.
I was wondering if they were just going to be gracious or not, but that's not the rule.
And here's the thing. When a team's running tempo, if they don't sub, you cannot sub. Even if you're close here to the sideline, you can't do it because they're going to snap the ball and get a free 5.
Especially a team that's used to it like Stone is. And it is going to be illegal substitution against the defense. So that gives 5 free ones. And they go into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. Twin Lakes Catfish Farm in Baxter, a great place to spend the night, fish, and eat a delicious meal, and I mean delicious. Listen, they got pies in there. If you know me, I won't steer you wrong when it comes to desserts.
I thought you were a cookie guy.
I am
You're
a cookie
just a dessert guy.
If it has sugar in it, I'm in, man. I am in.
Your lovely wife's talking up the banana pudding over here.
No question.
So.
They got sugar-free banana pudding sometimes there. Snap taken. Potter going to hand off. This time it's Eldridge. He spins and will be taken down. Coming off the edge there for DeKalb County. Very nicely done on the defensive end, as that's 14, Hunter Buchanan, the junior.
And what they get here, again, they're slowing it down just a little bit, but that taking advantage of that free 5 yards they got with too many men on the field.
After the interception, first down and goal. As the snap taken, bobbled. Now Potter's trying to carry it around the right side. Potter now reversing field the other way. Potter to the 10. It's a foot race to the 5. Jukes up field to the goal line. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. Noah Potter goes all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and Stone leads.
And that is just a great individual effort. You talked about the bobble snap. Gets it out there running. Quarterback outside zone here to the wide side of the field, and it's just cut off, and he's able to use his wheels, whip it around, makes a great move in the open field, and does Stone go for 2 here?
I think they should, and then Noah Potter's not left the field. He's the holder, though. 7:34 to go in the second, and Stone answers, and after the opening drive for DeKalb, I'm not sure anybody thought this is where we would be, and it does look like they're going to go for 2 here and try to get that point back they lost on the last botched extra point. Play clock stationary right now at 25. They'll break huddle and they're going to go under center. Potter
be careful.
Takes the snap, turns and hands off. Some power running here for Stone. Did he get in?
Nope.
No, he did not. So the conversion attempt is stoned. But with 7:34 to go, it is the Stone Memorial Panthers with a 5-point lead, capitalizing off an interception. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to a rainy Smithville where Stone Memorial capitalizes on an interception. Noah Potter with a great touchdown run from 10 yards out, and that was a 9-3-1 Sports Cards and Collectibles score.
How about those guys?
12-7 our score. DeKalb County looking for an answer here after scoring on their opening drive, and since then they've gone 0 for no first downs.
And they've just looked not great. They've had some bobbled snaps, a couple penalties, just got behind the sticks and not been able to make it up. You know Coach Trapp's going to try to figure this one out. And for Stone, every kick so far, they've just squibbed it, and they've almost got a couple of them. So just got to be heads up here.
They've moved Lions up as Basenko's on again. Akendo is one over here. They've got some hands as Kyle Hinch is there as well. This time Basenko is going to squib it. This is more of a squib kick. It bounces around, and DeKalb has it. Tucker Webb just falls on it. Multi-sport athlete. There's several of them on the field tonight. 7:34 to go, and you see the conversation between Steve Trapp and Jordan Parker to our left. Coach Trapp absolutely loves his quarterback this year, and it just exudes every time he talks about him. First interception thrown of the season, though. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, you got to flush that last play. It's just a bad throw, bad read. Good play by the Stone defender, but you just got to be able to go on. You're only down 5 points here. Touchdown gets you the lead back and get you in a lot more comfortable spot.
2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Stone with a 4 down front, that 4-3 set. Snap taken. Handoff, Parker's going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle, and there goes Jordan Parker to the 50. Parker pinballing forward. Jordan Parker with a physical run, and a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down on the gain of 14.
Yeah, and getting the power read there or a stretch read, one or the other. And he is just reading the flow of those linebackers. If all those linebackers run outside with the stretch back going sideways, he is going to pull it. And it basically becomes a quarterback inside zone at that point. So he pulls it, is able to crease the defense, get north and south really quick, and pick up almost an explosive play.
One receiver each way here as Ketchum's in the backfield with Parker. See if that settles the DeKalb offense back in. 1st and 10 on the 45. Shotgun snap. Parker gives to Ketchum. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Breaks one tackle. Gets something out of nothing. A gain of 2, maybe 3.
And for the first time tonight, I think we've seen DeKalb pull a couple linemen, get a power/counter look going, running right there. Just trying to throw a little something different. Stone loaded up that line. They had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. It's kind of hard to run a lot of that pulling stuff when you have so many guys up there on the line of scrimmage.
Cowboys and Giants underway. We'll add that into the scoreboard rotation. 12-7. One receiver each way for Parker. Calls for, has the snap. Going to give to Ketchum again. Ketchum behind the blockers, working forward. Low power football for DeKalb County. Gain of about 3 more as they churn away. 3rd down and 4, and likely 4-down territory here.
Yeah, I'm thinking just how this one is playing out with the weather, and it's not going to lighten up the rest of the night. So you've got to take advantage of Stone squibbing this every time they're scoring. You've just got to capitalize on these short fields you're getting.
Coach Trapp gives the play call, and Parker will jog it in with 18 on the play clock. Taking a little bit here to get it in. 14 seconds as now he breaks huddle.
Might want to look at a timeout.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. Big play here. 7 seconds. They move Hendricks across. Time ticking down. Parker has a high snap. It's bobbled. He gives to Ketchum, and he is taken down. Nothing about that was smooth for DeKalb County, and that's a great play defensively by the big man, Cole Hinch, the junior. And they're going to punt it away and play defense with 5.5 to go.
I think that's probably the right thing to do. They were just so off with how late that play came in and not getting lined up appropriately. And then the snap was bad because they're trying to rush it. Just a timeout right there was probably what you were looking for, but it didn't happen, and you just got to go out here and get a stop on D.
Nobody deep to receive this one for Stone. Prater going to kick it away, and this one is not good at all. Off the side of his foot, out of bounds, and it's going to be a 10-yard punt. 1st and 10 Stone from the 30, and now you're wishing you went for it with 5:01 to go in the half.
Yeah, and as a coach, and your Coach Trapp right there, if you, hindsight being what it is, if you would have known you were going to get a 10-yard punt, you definitely go for that one. You're trying to do the right thing, playing the numbers and pin them deep, thinking Stone's probably not going to be able to drive the ball 80 or 90 yards in this condition, and then you just shank one off the side of your foot here, and that is frustrating to say the least from the special teams unit.
Over on UCR2, Bronson Chaffin, 40-yard touchdown rush, 28-0 midway through the second, as they are about to be 6-0. Meanwhile here, 1st down and 10 for Noah Potter coming off a touchdown rush. Snap taken, play fake. He's going to keep it himself around the right side. Now he cuts up to the 35, taken down after a gain of 6.
And if that was not that was a touchdown saving tackle right there.
And we've got extracurriculars, and this is going to go against DeKalb County as one of the Tiger linemen got an extra push. We'll say generously, call it a push down there.
Just give him the business a little bit.
Well, I hope for his sake that the officials are going to agree with me that it was just a push. Because it didn't look like a push. If you know what I'm saying. Another word that starts with a P. And it is an ejection.
Oof.
Wow. So that is
big.
Punch. And it was a punch. A punch was thrown, and so that's going to cost DeKalb County as one of their players has been ejected from the game. And that's a big one. A starter on defense gone, and it is a Turner Roofing 1st down for Stone Memorial. After the run, they'll mark it off, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
That's unfortunate. Things are starting to not to go your way here if you're DeKalb County, and you get something like that. It's just one of those stupid things as a coach you can't have.
And Potter looks over and waits for the official to say he's ready. He is. Akendo in the backfield again. Stone looking for some big momentum. The handoff goes to Akendo around the right side. He's looking for the edge. He breaks the tackle, and there he goes again. Maddox Akendo, the 45-40, tiptoes out of bounds after another Turner Roofing first down. A gain of 11. That one had 6 potentially, and a good job to force him out at the end for the Tigers. But here comes Stone. And don't forget, they will get the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, and up here beside the DeKalb coaches, they're screaming for a hold. The edge defender right there has to do a better job keeping his outside free and fighting like heck to do it because they're just getting him wrapped around right now.
Snap taken, juking upfield as they'll, again, Potter, he's running a lot tonight, a gain of 6. Ethan Polk, 80-plus yard touchdown rush. And it is running clock time in the second quarter. So that will be a quick game for Jacob and Coach Shanks and Chase Hope to get home from. 2 receivers out to the right, 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half. Snap taking, going to hand off the other way, and there's a hole to rumble through for Maddox Akendo. He's just waiting on his blocker at the 30. Now accelerates to the 25 and tiptoes out of bounds. The patience of Akendo near the red zone. It's another Turner Roofing first down, and this is an impressive drive for Stone Memorial.
Yeah, and it looks like Stone's really starting to insert their dominance here on the offensive and defensive lines, giving DeKalb all they want.
4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 2 receivers to the right.
I think the tempo's bothering DeKalb a little bit too.
Back on. Potter keeping it himself around the left side. This time he breaks a tackle and accelerates, and he's cut down out of bounds. And he is slow to get up. We'll see if he's okay. He got hit in the feet area. It's just nothing ill intent, but just an awkward fall. He proved his toughness against Sparta. He's limping again here after a gain of 7.
And that's going to greatly affect this offense because it's kind of been a run with Akendo, a run with Potter, a run with Akendo. They're just running, rolling on back and forth. Got to keep him healthy.
Now they've got 3. Dylan Phillips in the backfield. Snap taken. Handoff goes to Phillips. He jukes through and now rumbles forward. Finishes physically. It's another Turner Roofing first down. They're in the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. And it's going to be first and goal Stone, whose offensive line is moving. And now a late flag coming in as one of the Panthers is jogging off the field without his helmet on. If he took it off on his own, that's going to be 15 and new life for DeKalb County. And the Stone coaches are not happy over there. So this is going to be 15 against them.
Man.
Jogging off the field without his helmet on, and that's going to hurt if you're a Panther fan.
Something Coach Vrabel used to say about not doing stupid stuff to hurt the team. We've seen 2 instances of that on this drive right now.
And this backs it way up. And I think it's going to remain. This is after the play, so I think this is going to be first and goal from the 22, but we haven't gotten word yet. And it's gone to first down. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against Stone, and it is a first down for the Panthers. So it's first and goal from the 22-yard line with 3:51 to go. So we've had an ejection one way, and then a personal foul the other. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Snap taken. Handoff goes around the left side, and now the Cavs defense with a little bit of juice. So he slung down after a gain of a couple, and that was Dylan Phillips on the carry, the sophomore.
Yeah, and so that time DeKalb, the edge defenders did a good job setting the edge. And what I'm saying is the outside defender makes that ball cut up inside where all the pursuit is. If you get hooked and get it around, that's just a long way for those inside backers to run.
I'll give the one bailout if the helmet was ripped off into play and the officials just missed it. That's possible as we have a flag in for pre-snap. So the reaction of the coach on the sideline leads me to believe that wasn't what happened on that play, but it's possible and we didn't see it. And this is a false start illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty, and the penalty's now really hurting Stone. They were moving in to go up 2 scores, and now it's second and goal from the 24.
Yeah, and this is tough. Like you're at a spot where you've got to score a touch. You're probably not kicking in this weather.
Potter has the snap. Going to hand off around the right side. Now cutting up. Phillips, he gets hit hard and taken down. Running with the sophomore now. And it's going to be third down. Let's see. There's not really a lot of towns that way. We'll say third and Spencer for DeKalb County. It's not directly, but you can kind of get there. The edge is a Spencer.
Yeah, it's a ways away.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. from the 19-yard line.
4-down territory here.
Snap taken, Potter play fake. He's going to throw deep, looking left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Potter on the left side. He does fire in the end zone. Receiver was there, but he can't make the catch as it's thrown away from him. And you're right. Really don't have an option. It's 4th and goal from the 19. You can't kick a field goal from here. You're not going to punt from here.
Yeah, you just got to go for it. And I thought he was awful close to that line of scrimmage when he let that one go, but.
Clark, we can get that immediately. Step into my office, my friend. 12-7, the score. 4th and goal from the 19. One receiver each way. Motion man across. Have not seen Maddox Akindo on this drive. Potter rolls out to his left, looking downfield, being pressured. Now swivels, and he's taken down. It's a domino sack, and DeKalb County gets new life off the penalties on Stone, and they will have an opportunity to go into half with a lead with 2:12 to go.
You know, and for Stone, that's unfortunate right there. There was just nothing really open the whole way. On a 4th and goal like that from so far out, you might just throw it up and see what happens, but Potter had nowhere to go with that football. Good defense, and again, the penalties, one for DeKalb on that drive, one for Stone, just completely had changed how that drive looked.
2 to the right, 1 to the left here for Jordan Parker, trailing by 5. Snap taken, he's dropping back, rolls out to his left, fires receiver there, Ryan Lyons for the first time, and there he goes, Lyons with a gain of 14. Sasanya Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down, and here comes the tempo for DeKalb. They have 3 timeouts left, 2, Stone with all 3. 2 receivers to the right here. Still no Maddox Akindo. Don't know if there's an issue there or not as the snap is taken. Handoff goes to Ketchum. This time Stone's front, which has dominated this first half, says no. 2nd and 10. And I'm looking at Maddox Akindo. He appears to be okay over there.
Yeah, maybe just giving him a little breather. He's played a ton here in the first half, and just trying to get him maybe into halftime here.
Stone trying to get shifted. Parker takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Receiver Hendricks is there, and he tips off his helmet. Incomplete. Sprinting across the field was Connor Melton trying to shift. Went off the helmet, though, and it's 3rd and 10. And now what DeKalb doesn't want to do is give it right back to Stone with a chance to go 2 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, 2-minute drills in this weather is not where you want to be, having to go 80, 90 yards. If you're Stone, if you're DeKalb here, you may think about just keeping this one on the ground, forcing Stone to burn a timeout.
1:25 to go. DeKalb breaks huddle, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We've seen the rain create havoc. It's still steadily falling. Again, Stone walks a linebacker right up to the line. He's coming. Low snap. Parker has it this time. Dropping back. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. Parker around the left side. He's got the first down and more. There goes Jordan Parker. Tiptoes out of bounds at the 45. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down on the gain of 15.
And what an individual effort by Parker there. He dropped back. Every time Stone's mugging those linebackers, walking them up into the A-gap, whoever's mugged up, they're coming. Wyman have it one-on-one. Maybe the guard got beat. Somebody on this right side got beat off the ball pretty quick. Parker took it and ran. It's a great individual effort here for him to pick that one up.
First and 10 here. 1:15 to go in the first half. Trips to the right. Snap taken. Parker dropping back. Looking right. Double clutches it. Now he's looking to run potentially. Rolling to his right. He is just going to tuck it. And he will tiptoe out of bounds. Little collision. We're all good. It's tackle football. 2nd down. Upcoming here. 1:05 to play.
Yeah, and he double clutched that pass. If he throws that one, that's maybe an interception going the other way.
2nd down and 6, and how quickly games can change. Stone was looking to go in there and take a big lead,
right.
A big set of penalties. Forced them back, and now you blink. DeKalb's going the other way, trying to regain the advantage. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Parker takes the snap. He's dropping back. Has a ton of room to run, and he slips up, and it will be taken down. Timeout going to be whistled and called, and that's going to go down as a domino sack. Stone Memorial gets home. And young man, I apologize. His number's not on the roster I got from Coach, so sorry. But he gets in there, and that's one where Parker put his foot in the ground, and it slipped out from under him and then blew it up.
You know, it's somehow we've seen less slipping tonight than we did Saturday with the Vols and Norman.
Oh, that was a terrible field.
And it's a downpour out here, so that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But anyway, that's the first time you've seen the wet conditions really affect a runner here. If that's a dry night, he maybe picks up 10 or 15 yards on another scramble.
There's a gap there with what Stone's doing defensively by blitzing that middle linebacker right in the middle of the field with a lot of room. Parker's starting to key in on it.
And if they don't hit home, there's an alley, like you said, there's an alley for him to run, and they've got one less defender back there to kind of get him wrapped up. And if you're Coach Trapp here in this timeout, you're telling him, hey, look at your first read, maybe get to your second, see what you can pick up with your legs, and let us know if we pick up 6 or 7, we may go for this one.
One target for Ryan Lyons. He caught it earlier on this drive. Again, not a huge surprise on a night like tonight. Not a lot of passing going to be had. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Catch him in the backfield as he shifts to the right hip of Jordan Parker. Parker has the snap and a play fake. Fires over to the right side. Quick hitter. Hendricks makes the catch. He's hit and cut down. Good tackle made. It is going to be close. And it is 4th down, already signaled from the official, 4th and 1. And a timeout going to be called. Steve Trapp's on the field. It's his final timeout of the half and a huge 4th and 1 play upcoming here. Don't forget, join us tomorrow night. 3 broadcast games for you. The main UCR Facebook page is White County hosting Macon County. On UCR 2, Livingston travels to York Institute. And on UCR 3, it is Cookeville against Warren County. I want to caveat the Cookeville-Warren County game. We're supposed to be outside in that game, and outside in an area that's going to be very tough to tie down. I am not going to send Rafferty and JoJo out there to just get destroyed and all the equipment to get destroyed. So we find a solution in the next 12 hours or so. We're going to stream that on UCR 3, but I'm not going to put our crew at risk in 50-mile-an-hour wind gust sitting out on a balcony. We will be on the balcony in Sparta. We're always there, though, and we've got a good game plan for it. There's not a lot of things to tie down where they're going in Warren County. So I want to caveat that already, right here, right now. We're not going to put your dad at risk. Just Rafferty, we may do it.
Yeah,
but
if
your
you're going to
dad,
send
not
anybody
much.
out, send him out there. He's working for free anyway, so that's fine with me.
Oh, okay. Well, he owes us some money.
Per his doctor, he's not supposed to work for money right now. So.
Well, 1 receiver each way.
I'm just trying to look out for the health of my old man here.
Well, hey, I agree. I think that's a good idea. As Parker's in the gun, 4th down and 1, and we've got a whistle. Reset the play clock again. Now we're ready to go. 4 down front for Stone. Snap taken. Parker going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down with ease. He's weaving forward, still on his feet. Parker pinballing forward. No timeouts left. It'll stop to reset the chains and then roll. 40 seconds to go. It's a Sonya Brown with American Way Real Estate 1st down.
And for DeKalb, you wanted to call your best 4th and short play, but now you got to go. Maybe clocking it right here.
They're on it, trying to spike it, and Parker will slam it on the ground. Took him a second to get it down. Stone was sniffing.
Yeah, and I think he bobbled it. These teams don't go under center very much with it being so wet. I think he bobbled that ball a little bit. That could be close to be calling a fumble, but got away with it.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 after the spike. Parker in the gun. Surveys, now he has it. Dropping back, being pressured, forced out of the pocket. He's showing off the speed. Now there goes Jordan Parker to the 20 and tiptoes out of bounds. What a run there into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. Jordan Parker with a 1st down.
Yeah, and so that mug linebacker walking up there in the A-gap, he is giving that center or that guard Fitz, who's ever trying to pick him up. They're having a hard time picking him up to block, but him being up there, Parker knows he's coming. Every time they've mugged up into that A-gap, they're coming. He's watching him beat the guy in front of him and just scrambling out away from it, picking up easy yards.
24 seconds. Again, DeKalb with no timeouts remaining. Stone has all 3 here in the 2nd quarter. Parker's got 3 bunched out to the left. They've run it out of this formation every time so far tonight. They're not going to this time. He pumps. He's being hit. Now gets away. Parker going to run it again. Jordan Parker cut down, and now it's a foot race. He is short. It is 16 seconds to go and counting. It's going to be second down and short. They're going to try and clock it quickly. 10 seconds. Parker has it. He puts it down. 8.4 on the clock. Third down and 4. A lot of moving pieces here. They can get the first down at the 5 without the end zone. That would stop the clock to reset the chains.
These next 2 plays have to go in the end zone. If you're tackled short, you're probably not getting another one off.
Third down and 3 here. It's been all Jordan Parker making stuff happen with his legs so far on this drive. One throw to John Hendricks mixed in here recently.
This is a huge spot in the game.
Trying to take the lead into the break are the DeKalb County Tigers. A lot of noise all of a sudden, and we've got a whistle and a stoppage. Derek Samber had 3 in his back pocket. Now he has 2 as he'll burn 1 here.
And, you know, I understand Coach Samber calling that timeout, seeing what they're in, but I actually think that benefits the DeKalb a little bit. They don't have any. They're trying to get a playoff. They're trying to get something in that's going to the end zone from the 8-yard line here, and you just give them a chance to kind of catch their breath. But, I mean, this happens in football all the time. It's a cat-and-mouse game. It's that chess game, and maybe Coach Samber saw something that he didn't like. Definitely not criticizing that at all.
Upperman leads 44-0. 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. They have a safety and 6 touchdowns. 12-12 over on UCR3 in the middle school championship game. Avery Trace and DeKalb County in the fourth quarter. It is 12-12. Time ticking down there. Very close one. Out of the timeout here, it's going to be third down and 3. 8.4 seconds on the clock before halftime. During the Happy Heller halftime show, we'll hear words from our great sponsors. Of course, take you around the state. A lot of games happening tonight. Some games tomorrow, some games Saturday. We'll talk about that, preview the second half as well. Here we go. Parker going to go empty set. Sends Ty Webb out to his left. Now motion him across.
Roll out over here.
Parker,
no.
It's a low snap. He has it. Rolls to his right. Now he's trying to reverse. Fires deep. Receiver is there, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, DeKalb County. Jordan Parker with a great throw. And they answer to regain the lead. What a change of events here with 2.9 seconds to go.
And that ball hit the motion man coming across. That was going to be a sprint out to the right and a throwback to the tight end. What a composed play by Parker to have that hit the motion man. He bends down, picks it up, and still has a wherewithal to throw it back, and they're going to go for 2.
John Hendricks on the touchdown reception. And now it is going to go for 2. Trying to make it a 3-point game. The extra point battle is very much happening right now. And, yeah, you're exactly right. Too many coaches wouldn't go for 2 here. That's the second touchdown of the year for John Hendricks. 2.9 seconds. Wow. Parker takes the snap. Going to give to Ketchum, and he can walk to the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And it's 15-12. 2 minutes of game time ago, Justin, it looked like Stone was going in to score and get the ball to start the second half. Helmet taken off in the field of play. 15 yards back, drive killer, and now how quickly it changes. Tigers up by 3.
And again, I know we didn't see it. We can go back and look how that helmet came off. I don't know. I don't know if he took it off, if it was knocked off, whatever. But you said it. That absolutely killed the drive, put them, after we had a DeKalb player toss for throwing a punch, that gets them to first and goal from the 25. They wound up turning it over on downs, and Stone uses DeKalb uses their timeouts well, gets down the field, scores with 2.9 seconds here in the first half. And I honestly thought we were about to see the game be over in favor of Stone Memorial, going up 2 scores, getting the ball in the second half. It just, DeKalb after the first drive hadn't really done much, and they showed a lot of life, a lot of fight here to close out this first half and go up 3. Going for 2 there is a big shot.
And that is a reflection of what Coach Trapp has talked a lot about. He loves the senior leadership of this squad. He says they've got the right stuff, and they're showing it a little bit here as they're staying in the fight. They have to kick it off here with a Kendo. I imagine back deep he is trying to receive this kick.
I want to shout out Wade Wheaton here for tuning in, watching, my local insurance agent.
And this is going to be a squib kick for DeKalb. Going to be fielded by the Panthers, and he'll just go down and eat it on the 21. And I imagine this is where you put your knee on the ground and go into halftime. If nothing else, maybe hand it to 34, but nothing crazy if you're Derek Sandberg. They will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, you don't have a lot to lose by putting it in Kendo's hand and just seeing if he can make something happen. Obviously, you can kneel it out and get to half, and get out of this wet a little bit and try to regroup, just figure out what's going on. If DeKalb, you want to play back, but here's the thing. If they hand it to Kendo and you've got everybody really far back, you let that dude get ahead of steam going forward, watch out. And Saber's pretty aggressive. I would be surprised if he kneeled it.
And he's not in a kneel-down formation, I'll tell you that right now. One receiver each way for Potter. Calls for the snap. He's going to give it to Akendo around the right side. They scored on this earlier. Akendo, he's going to be cut down. He tripped over one of his own men, and that will do it to end a very eventful first half of football. After 2 quarters, it's DeKalb County 15, Stone Memorial 12. We'll be back with the Happy Hiller halftime show after a word from our sponsors. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. Hall Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares.
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality Family of Services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. Hall Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller Halftime Show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. Over on UCR 3. In the break, we were watching the middle school championship game. It looks like they're barring a huge play with 9 seconds to go, going to go to overtime between Avery Trace and DeKalb. I guess the middle school rules in overtime are the same as high school rules. I'm not sure.
Couldn't tell you.
Defensive battle, 12-12. Well, back here, it is 15-12. DeKalb County with the lead over Stone, but let's take a look around the state at the scoreboard. Some games happening tonight, a lot of good games happening tomorrow. One that we need a score update from, Clay County, Monroe County. If you have a score update there, let us know. Our friends over the Horizon Sports Network are streaming it as they do all the Clay County games, so maybe somebody could check that for us. But some lopsided games elsewhere, Justin.
Yeah, and, you know, the weather being what it is, probably not a lot of people out updating Coach T here on their phones, but we'll go through the kind of sparse scoreboard we have. Like you said, first one that pops up with a score on it is our Stone Memorial DeKalb game. They've got it at 6-7, but we know we are at 15-12 here at halftime with DeKalb leading that one. Down the road a little bit in Baxter, it's 44-0. The Bees over Cumberland County. Lawrence County 1-4. Up 19-0 on 1-4 Spring Hill. We've got a 1-0 game with a forfeit. Stratford getting to 3-3 over Republic.
What's interesting about that? I want to know how Republic in Week 6 is 0-8.
You know what? I did not
I
even
really want to
pay
understand
attention to that. You know, maybe they're just trying to get out of here.
I'm looking to find out how they're 1-8.
White House up 16-7 over Greenbrier at halftime. Down here, getting into Middle and West Tennessee. South Gibson up 19-0 over Chester County. Milan 21-7 over Huntington. McKenzie
yeah, okay.
over Hollow Rock Brewston.
Nailed it.
They are up 20-0, and
McKenzie, a potential team that somebody like Gordonsville or Clay County would face in a state championship game if they made it that far.
Dyersburg up 15-6 over Jackson Northside there in the second quarter. Clarksville Northeast trailing Henry County 35-0. And we're getting down here, way down.
Mace.
Peabody trailing Mace 14-3.
And we're not worried about Division II. Congratulations.
Enjoy that money.
On your money. Some games tomorrow we can talk about here briefly before we get into this game. Our 3 broadcast games. And the one headliner, of course, White County hosting Macon County tomorrow night in Sparta. A big game in this region. Macon County trying to keep pace and really kind of solidify themselves as the 2 seed. If they're able to come out of that game, of course, they will host this DeKalb County team next week at Pat Parker Memorial Field. For White County, they're trying to get off the snide after getting just obliterated, quite frankly, last week by the Upperman Bees.
Yeah, I don't see it going a lot different this Friday night. I know it is what it is. I just think that Macon's, they're just a step below Upperman. And that was a 1-point game there in Baxter with Upperman Macon. I don't see that White County really has a lot of maybe enough firepower to run with the Borders all night and just keep them contained in all that they do. White County's going to be in a dogfight here for this 3rd or 4th spot to get into the playoffs, if you ask me.
What White County's definitely going to need is a bounce-back performance out of their superstar, Trip Pinion, tomorrow night. We'll see if he can give it to them in what will be a rainy night, just like tonight is. I mean, it is coming down majorly, but tomorrow the problem is going to be the wind. Rain is rain. At a certain point, it's just wet out there. The wind tomorrow, potential for wind gust upwards of 60 miles an hour. There may be some Saturday football, ladies and gentlemen, because I think, you know, I've been in that wind a couple of times, and I think you can read that on the forecast, and then when you wake up at 10 a.m. and you see what that actually looks like, hey, maybe we should play this game tomorrow when it's going to be sunny outside again. I think that's on the board in a few places tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think you just get to a point where there's a little bit of safety involved. There's a little bit of how functional is this game. You can look at White County and Macon. They can both just line up and run the ball the whole night. But, I mean, is that really putting your best foot forward there in a big region game? You've got Cookeville going to Warren County. Again, Cookeville's, depending on who's playing quarterback, they're going to line up and run the ball a ton.
Let's maybe just not play that game.
Does Warren County just want to say, hey, guys, we'll
it's
give
all
you
good.
the 1-0 win?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all good.
I really don't know. You talked about them only having 33 players on the roster, and then they get down to had a couple quit this week, maybe around that 30 or 29 number. So, I mean, do you have a lot to gain by playing that game? I understand if you're a senior, you only get 10 cracks at it. You probably want to play, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That game on UCR 3. On UCR 2, it's Livingston Academy against York tomorrow night. How about this first half here? DeKalb County right down the field on their first drive scores a touchdown. Stone Memorial right down the field on their first drive scores a touchdown. Then we get into this back and forth trading punts. Stone got the momentum. They scored. They're going in, looking to score again. And by the way, can't go unaddressed.
Yeah, we got to talk about
it. We were able to rewind it, look at it on the YouTube feed without question. Terrible penalty call. Down here, the young man had his helmet ripped off within the field of play. I'm actually okay with no foul, no penalty being thrown there on DeKalb, but certainly should not be a penalty against Stone. Killed a drive, changed this game, and we were mentioning that that's a really bad penalty to take, really hurts your team. Not on that young man. That should not have been a penalty.
Yeah, that's just a miss by the refs. Look, they're human. They miss stuff too. There's going to be kids tonight who miss stuff. There's going to be coaches who missed, made bad play calls.
Commentators who make bad calls, no question.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We're all human. That's a really big miss. And, again, we went back and watched it. He got his helmet ripped off, and I'm different than you. You can't miss that on the DeKalb player.
Yeah, fair.
He grabbed him by the face mask and yanked it off. I mean, that's a penalty every day of the week on any level of football, and they just called it on the wrong kid, going the wrong way, and it has adversely changed this game away from Stone. They had a chance to go up 2 scores in this mess and get the ball at halftime, and you think they could salt this one away. That was a feeling I was getting in my gut, like they're about to run away with this one. And now they're in a dogfight. They're going to have to fight, scratch, and claw just to get back even in this one.
And really, we don't bring that up to harp on the refs, really, just to
Absolutely
make sure,
not.
because we were kind of hard on the fact that that's a penalty that you can't take in that spot. Well, he didn't deserve to take the penalty in that spot. So I want to be crystal clear about that. The teams have made their way back out. We'll have the mandatory 3-minute warm-up period. Get back to action when we come back. That's been the Happy Hiller Halftime Show, and this is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. We are here and ready for second half action. DeKalb County leads Stone Memorial 15-12. Winner gets one step closer to the playoffs. For Stone especially, if they lose, they need a miracle to make the playoffs at the end of the season. And we're saying that here in week number 6 in a very difficult Region 4 4A. I'm Noah McKay. He's Justin Matheny, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Michael Lindsay's here somewhere very wet on that sideline getting coverage for UpperCumberlandReporter.com.
Poor goose.
He is in the middle of it. He was prepared. He had the rain gear. Tonight's broadcast is on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Watson Chevy. We're a Watson Chevy family. You should be as well. We have a 2024 Chevy Silverado we got last year, and now the 2025 Chevy Trax, as Madison does a little bit of a jig for the first time in her life, has a car that is good. Thanks to our friends.
And younger than she is.
Yes. Thanks to our friends. And we'll remind you, don't buy till you see Jason Fine. I mean, this process was easy. Game days are really tough for me. I signed everything at home. It was simple. She went and picked it up, did the trade-in, whole process. It was amazing. Kickoff is away. Stone to receive, and they do kick it deep. This one's fielded at about the 20-yard line. Behind the blockers to the 25 to the 30. He'll be hit and taken down. One thing we didn't hit a lot on, and it's already building this way, the tightness of this matchup. Dating back to when Derek Samber was at York, always close between him and Coach Trapp's teams. And for this last 4 sets of games, 2-2, Stones won the last 2, DeKalb won the 2 previous. Those 4 games were decided by a combined 6 points. Last year, 3, the 3 years previous, each 1-point games.
Wow.
And we are in another dogfight here tonight.
And I get pouty when I get to a game that's a blowout, but I thought we were about to have one, and now we're in a dogfight.
One receiver each way here for Potter. He takes the shotgun snap, hands to Akendo. Akendo bounces to the left. Now he's going to be hit. And the pileup arrives. He'll be slung down, and they finish him off after a gain of maybe a yard or 2. We didn't see Akendo on that last drive for Stone. He's back out there now.
Yeah, and the tempo, inside zone, they'll go inside zone, quarterback zone, read out the backside, stretch to the wide side field. There it is.
And now they'll run it around left side with Noah Potter. Potter puts a foot in the ground, bounces up, still on his feet. He'll dart out of bounds. A good job stringing it there for DeKalb. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 or 6. In overtime over that middle school game, DeKalb County got a stop against Avery Trace. If DeKalb County scores on this set of downs from inside the 10, they win the middle school championship in the Upper Cumberland.
Be a huge win for that DeKalb County program, those kids.
It's the Upper Cumberland Conference. Of course, there's some other teams in the Upper Cumberland, a part of different conferences, but that one bears the name, of course. 2nd straight year we're streaming that game. Appreciate the sponsors. Made it possible for us to be there tonight. 2 to the left. And 2 motion men. They're shifting everybody. 4 seconds on the play clock.
Not going to get it
and
off.
They're going to have to burn a timeout. Derek Sandberg does. And it's 3rd and 6. Not a big crowd here tonight, but the ones that are here are making noise, and I understand it tonight. Usually I get on people when they don't come out. I get it tonight. I really, truly do.
I mean, honestly, guys, everybody, stay home tonight. If you're already home, you're already there. Stay home tomorrow night. Watch our stuff. I know the administration hates it when we say that. It's going to be crappy. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be windy.
Next week, come out.
I
really do want you to come out.
We love it. The atmospheres when it's packed. It's a better broadcast for us when we're in a rowdy spot.
Now, I will say this. Unless you're like me, right, the teams I'm a fan of, I'm almost more likely to go to an ugly weather game. I don't know what it is about. Like, if it's freezing cold, I'm just like, you know what? If anybody's going to do it, it's got to be me. If anybody's going to be there, I'm that one. I'm that guy.
I can watch a game in, like, such comfort of my own home. I'm watching in my underwear. With food I've already bought in the fridge.
I'm already disgusted.
You know what I'm saying? You can just be so comfortable at home.
You know me. I'm a go-to-the-game person. I'm out there.
Are. You're a maniac.
I'm out there, man. Yeah. Oklahoma was quiet, by the way. Don't let them tell you otherwise on Twitter. They can argue with the wall. Potter takes the snap, hands off to Akendo on 3rd and 6. Maddox Akendo wiggles up, and Akendo dives forward. He stuck that ball out. This depends on the spot. I think he got it.
I thought he was short, but
he stuck the ball out, and he did get it. If they put the ball right where he's standing, it's a 1st down. I'm 100% sure of that. Now, will they put it down where he's standing? I don't know. And we've got a flag, so it doesn't matter. It's coming back. And it is a hold or block in the back. Couldn't tell. Either way, it is a hold. And a 10-yard penalty erases what would have been a 1st down and turns it into 3rd and 16. Penalties, one of which was a bad call, hurting Stone Memorial tonight. Yeah, if you weren't watching during halftime, the 15-yard penalty in the red zone against Stone was a terrible call. We went and back and watched it. Helmet got ripped off. No question about it. 3rd and 16 here.
Again, didn't see it live. I've even called. I've got the quarterbacks' names mixed around tonight, so
It happens.
people make mistakes.
Well, I
so
really
that's
just
a
want to
tough one.
emphasize that because we kind of hammered him for a bad penalty. Snap taken by Potter. He's going to hand off again around the left side. Akendo wiggles up, and there he goes again. This one going to be put down out of bounds. He's short of the line of the game. The penalty yards takes away the potential first down, and they'll be forced to punt it back the other way as DeKalb can try and take a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, and that's probably. Man, I don't want to condemn a game here this early, but if DeKalb can grind some clock and punch one in, a 2-possession game in this weather be tough to come back from in the second half.
Looks like Avery Trace got a stop as the punt is away, and it's a good one for Stone. They struggle a little bit tonight, but this time Potter nails it deep. It'll be 1st and 10 for Jordan Parker and company, who was great on that final drive of the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21.
And, so DeKalb started the game, had a really good first drive, and then had a bunch of punts. And they went on a 16-play drive there to end the first half, but they went with tempo and some urgency. I don't know if you see them go to that here, because when they were running their normal offense outside that first drive, they didn't get anything.
1st and 10 as Parker breaks huddle. He'll Cecil catch him in the backfield, one receiver each way. They're working right to left. Parker has a bit of a high snap, going to play fake, keep it himself. He's hitting the backfield, gets away, and there goes Jordan Parker making something happen. Dives forward. Should have been a loss. Instead, it's a gain of 5.
Yeah, you said it. That's a quarterback counter off the play fake. He had defenders in his face the whole time. That should have been a 6 or 7 yard loss, and a great individual effort by Parker there just to get north and south and get what he could. Makes it 2nd and 4.
2nd down and 4 after that gain of 6.
And Parker's not a huge kid, but he runs with great pad level, and he's plenty shifty.
6'1", 175 pounds. You remember when he first got to play, he was like 5'4".
Yeah.
He's grown a little bit since then. Snap taken, handoff goes to Ketchum this time. Ketchum jump cuts. He'll be cut down after a gain of a yard or 2. Big 3rd down upcoming here with 9:20 to play in the 3rd.
And like you said, it's becoming a slog and such a mud fest. It's really not muddy, but just such a wet track. Playing the field position game, see Coach Samber punt the ball there. You've got to win that to have a chance to win this one late.
And it is now starting to bleed through with the rain into the box here. We're going to have to make something happen in a second. 3rd down and 2. Snap taken. Parker going to roll to the left. He's going to fire it out looking for Lyons, and it's overthrown incomplete. And a 4th and 2, and this is probably a punt. We'll see if they try and draw him off sides first, though.
Yeah, go up there, hard count, see if you can get them to jump. If not, you just got to punt this one and hope you hit this one better than you did the last one. Again, I talked about throwing the ball. Punting that ball is very heavy as well. That's a heavy ball that's going to be soaked. It's going to be hard to catch. We've not seen someone catch a kick all night. But
we got a flag here, and this may be against Stone. They had 12 men out there in formation.
Oh, man.
And how critical would this be, as it could extend the drive? He jogged off the field late as the coaches started yelling for Stone to get off the field. And it is against Stone, a free 1st down for DeKalb County. They were going to punt. Now the drive extends.
Again, Stone, they got a really bad break there in the first half with that call. But that one's just a lack of focus, not being locked in, attention to detail a little bit, having 12 men on the field.
First down for DeKalb County and a game changer, and now we've got a flag from the sidelines. And I think this one could be of the sideline infraction variety, as one of those Stone coaches is livid on the sideline.
While they're sorting this out, I'm going to give mad props to your wife.
She's killing it.
She is standing up here on a stool, holding a daggum umbrella out the window to make sure this stuff does not get wet. She's a trooper. My wife would tell me to kick rocks.
I know, it's unbelievable. We just need one little thing to hold this, and we would be okay. 1st and 10, go ahead. Lyons gives the thumbs up. Snap taken. Parker rolls to his left. This time he could run for a mile, and he's going to the 35, to the 40. Cuts upfield, a flag, though. This one's coming back, and Parker just got rolled up on a little bit. Good show of sportsmanship. He's all right, and it's a hold against DeKalb, so wipe that one away.
Yeah, and, just here on the edge, when you were saying he could run for a mile, he could do that because that edge blocker was holding that stone defender trying to set the edge, allowed him to get outside. 100% the right call right there. Be a 1st and 20 here. And we'll see what DeKalb has.
We're going to send one receiver out each direction here. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 20. Parker with a shotgun snap. Rolls to his right. Fires. Receiver Hendricks makes the catch. Cut down immediately. Nicely done defensively by the Panthers. 2nd and long upcoming here.
So they've run that play 2 or 3 plays in a row. The first play they ran it to Lyons out here. He was wide open in the flat. The pass was just a little too high. They're just running a 2 or 3 yard out to the sideline because the stone corners are playing way off the ball.
Jaden Palafua makes the tackle there.
That's on you. You say that one all night.
2nd down and 19 upcoming here.
There are many F words in my repertoire, and that's not one of them.
Goodness gracious. No way. Parker in the gun, has one receiver each way. And now we've got another whistle.
Be a timeout from Coach Trapp down here, I think.
And Steve Trapp is going to call a timeout. 7:05 to go, and this game is getting tight. Penalties everywhere. Sloppy game, as you would kind of expect given the weather conditions. And we will take a quick break and be right back with more action. Don't go anywhere.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back out of the timeout. It's going to be 2nd down and long here for the Tigers. 7:05 to play in the third quarter. They lead 15-12. Parker in the gun. He's got 2 receivers near side left. He motions a man across from the right. Takes the snap. Going to roll to his left. He's running the entire way. Parker looking to get to the edge. He'll be caught from behind, taken down. We've got a flag coming in. Ball came out, but he was down, and it was a tremendous play flying in to make it for Stone Memorial. Out of the secondary, he came all the way across the field. Dylan Phillips with the tackle, and I think we may have another hold here, and it is against DeKalb. It would be 3rd and 10, but it could be 2nd and a mile, so I imagine they're going to accept this.
Yeah, they should. Parker's be able to pick up a 3rd and 10 with his legs. That was a rollout all the way, and like you said, Phillips came flying in. That's as good an open field tackle running sideline to sideline as you're going to see. That needs to go on teach tape for Coach Samber.
So it's going to be 2nd and 20 again as that one occurred well downfield. And time ticking away now as we're nearing the midway point of the third. Stone had one drive, went 3 and out, punted it away. Here's DeKalb's first drive of the half. Receiver split each direction. Snap taken. Parker hands to Ketchum. Ketchum gets hit and cut down after a gain of maybe a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd and a mile.
And, you probably don't have a ton of 3rd and 18 calls in your bag anyway. And in this weather, probably you're just playing the field position game. You're going to hear me say this the whole second half. Pick up what you can, get to a good punting situation, and just try to pin them back to where if they make a mistake, you've got it in plus territory.
One receiver each way here on 3rd down and 16 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Parker checks each direction. Couple of signs. Now he has it. Play fake. Looking to throw left to Lyons one-on-one. And why not? That's a good matchup. Always Ryan Lyons. The problem is Maddox Akindo, a stud. Says not today. And DeKalb has to punt it back. In that middle school game, Avery Trace has scored in what seems like the 18th overtime. They lead by a score. DeKalb has a chance. Akindo now goes back deep to receive this kick. This has been a net positive. Adrian Prater has been great in the punting game tonight for the Tigers.
He's had one bad punt. The rest of them have been really nice.
This one is way over his head. It's on the ground. He has to eat it. And it's going to be tremendous field position for the Panthers. 1st and 10 on the 11. The Hurricane continues to wreak havoc.
Man, and that's a tough break. You know, you're sitting here playing the field position game, and you said it, like just the weather conditions here. That was a high snap, and the ball being as wet as is, he probably had zero chance of ever pulling that one in.
And it's tough to snap in this.
100%.
You're going to see the snaps. It's tough to catch. It's tough to snap. Anything you're doing holding the football is tough. And now 1st and 10, and they mark it on the 12 here for Stone as they try to cash in and regain the lead.
Yeah, this DeKalb defense really has to bow up here to get a stop, get off the field. They're put in a really bad spot.
One to the left, one to the right here for Potter. Takes the snap. Going to keep it himself up the middle. Potter wiggles into the line. He's going to be hit and driven backwards after a gain of about 4. Second down inside the 10 upcoming here.
Have some spirited coaches over here beside us,
love
fired
it.
up about a 4-yard stop.
That's me at Upward.
Yeah, exactly right. But the defense had struggled with that play all night, so.
Snap taken. This time they're going to hand off to Akindo. Akindo bounces to the outside, now in a foot race at the 10. He's caught from behind, dives forward, may have got the first down. What an effort by Maddox Akindo. And we'll see. 5:08 to go in the third quarter. This depends on the spot. What an effort by Akindo to dive. And it is enough for a Turner Roofing first down. By the way, they're already in the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was going to give that to him for a first down on effort alone. That was nice. Laid out, full extension. Edge defender there, went underneath the block.
Snap taken. Potter's going to keep it himself around the left side, looking for the edge, and this one's coming
Holding,
back.
yep.
He got in, but a clear hold on the left side, and the penalty's hurting both teams. Takes a touchdown off the board, and it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 13-yard line.
And we're seeing a lot tonight with both teams just trying to get to the edge. Running between the tackles has been pretty tough, but every time it looks like one of these teams is breaking a big run here in the second half, there's a hold on the edge that's allowing them to get them out there.
It is against the offense. They mark it back to the 12. It'll be 1st down and goal from there.
And here, you're just, let's call it what it is. You're in 4-down territory. You're not kicking a field goal to tie this one up. If you go for it and don't get it, DeKalb's got a long way to go, and you can still win this field position battle.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap taken. Play fake. Potter's looking to throw. Down the field. Jump ball incomplete. Looking for Carson McCoy. Similar to the play DeKalb scored the first touchdown of the game on. It's 2nd and goal.
And that's the exact play they scored. They've been running this inside zone, this outside zone. They just tried to hit that little play action pop pass to the tight end right down the middle of the field. The DeKalb defender was in phase. Again, on a dry night, that's probably a touchdown. Hit him in the hand. It's just a tough catch tonight.
2nd down and goal upcoming here. Penalties have stalled out over and over again. Stone Memorial tonight. They've also hurt DeKalb a good bit as well, though. Potter takes the snap. Going to hand off to Akindo around the left side. Akindo stutters, steps still on his feet to the 10. Akindo showing off some of that elusiveness. Nearly erases those penalty yards, and this is going to be 3rd and goal from the 3 here for the Panthers, and we'll see if they go with the tempo. Nope. Potter's going over to his coach to get the play.
Yeah, and no need to go tempo here. These next 2 plays are so huge. They've got to punch this one in. If you're Stone and DeKalb, you're digging deep. To me, I'm locked in on Akindo. What is he doing? Again, there's options off of that, but I'm taking away Akindo if I have to pick my poison here.
3rd and goal from the 3. Potter and Akindo in the backfield. Huge playoff implications in this one. 3 on the play clock. Potter has the snap. Keeping it himself around the left side. Cuts upfield. Noah Potter drives forward. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. Noah Potter from 3 yards out. A 9-3-1 Sports Cards and Collectibles score. And Stone goes back out in front.
Well, again, that's why I'm up here calling games with you in the booth. I'd said I'd take away a Kendo, and they run quarterback sweep with Potter there to the left side of the field. I don't know if he went in standing up, but he had a pretty big hole there, and we've got a stoppage for my time from the official.
And the clock kept running here, so it's still running down, but it's 15-18 now. The clock ran down probably 45 seconds or so.
Are they going for 2 here?
No, I don't think so. Potter is the holder. Basenko the kicker. 3 minutes, 20 seconds what they're trying to get to on the clock. They've got it there now. And they are going to kick this with Kane Basenko to try and make it a 4-point game. And there is different math and analytics of when you go for 2 versus when you kick it. He's only had 1 attempt, and he didn't get to kick it. Bobbled
That
snap.
was my thoughts of just the operation here.
Snap, set, and we've got another whistle, and it's deja vu. Offsides again as Ryan Lyons trying to get a head start. The kick went through, but the play is dead as soon as he goes offsides. So Stone wants it to count. Derek Samber wants it to count, but it's not going to count. They're going to have to do it again.
Well, it worked the first time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Triple overtime, 18-18 on UCR3 in the best middle school football game that's ever been played, happening right now. Basenko going to try this one again. Lyons is trying to get a head start for the block. This time he can't, but they do get through and block it elsewhere. A blocked extra point. Shooting through was Andrew Dacus. He blocks it, and that's 2 times now that Basenko has made a kick, and it hasn't mattered. It's been called off by an offsides, and the next one, something bad happens. That time, Dacus comes through untouched and blocks the extra point.
Well, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It worked the first time. It worked here again. Although, I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything. It's not irrelevant. It's just an extra point. That's why I thought they may go for 2 just to get it there, but the difference in this kind of game, this weather being a 4-point game and a 3-point game, isn't a lot.
It's all about the touchdowns in this sort
100%.
of game. 51-0. With Carmine Phillips in at quarterback for Upperman, he ran an 80-yard touchdown rush in the third quarter to go at 51-0.
You know, and that's tough. Like, if you're Upperman, Carmine is your backup, right?
But they have another one that kind of used a couple. Yeah.
But he's as electric a player as you have. And you're not trying to run up the score, but you want to get him some work in game time in case, you know, God forbid anything happened to Bronson. You got to give him some confidence. But, you know, if you're Cumberland County, you're like, dang, you have anybody else, you 8th grader maybe you want to try it out here?
So a couple of turnovers have led directly to 2 Stone Memorial touchdowns. 1 fumbled snap, 1 interception. They lead 18-15 with their season on the line tonight. And if DeKalb doesn't win this, their season goes on the line potentially next week at Macon County. This region is so tight. 3 teams battling for 2 spots. Another squib/onside kick that's bobbled again. It's still loose on the ground, but 3 different Tigers jump on it. 1st and 10 DeKalb from their own 40. The best field position DeKalb's had tonight have come off of kickoffs because of the squibs.
And DeKalb struggled all night here with these squib kicks, but they're getting them. They're getting the ball in a short field position. Said all night they've got to capitalize on it. They were playing the field position game last possession with a punt going over his head. Led to that was turnover on downs. Can they drive something here 60 yards to take the lead back in this? Got my time again from the official. Maybe we got a clock issue again.
Well, if they're trying to keep the play clock down there on the field, it's a nightmare with the rain.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and let's see what it is here. If they're going to send somebody up or not. Nope, they are not. We're good. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. It's 18-15 Stone. as we go back and forth. Fourth overtime over in that middle school championship game now, still tied at 18.
It's getting close to those kids' bedtime.
It's past mine. That's not true at all. It's just a funny joke. Snap taken, looking for the sweep. They hand it off to John Hendricks. Hendricks looking for the edge, and he is stuffed. What a play. Shooting through to make the tackle is Cody Parker, the senior lineman. A big loss of 5.
Yeah, and running the jet sweep here, that's the first time we've seen that tonight. Everything hitting right now for both these teams are outside, but Stone Memorial was absolutely game for that one. Did a great job setting the edge. That's a one-on-one open field tackle. That is, again, teach tape film for Coach Sandberg to go back and say, this is how we want to defend the jet sweep every time.
And Stone's line has been so improved versus what we saw 2 weeks ago against a very good Sparta front. Specifically on defense, Sparta's front, nasty. And Stone really struggled with it. One receiver each way. Parker takes the snap. Going to give. Looking for room to run is Cecil Ketchum. He finds a little crease, gets 4, but it's 3rd and 11 upcoming here.
And to me, if you're DeKalb, you've got to find a way, something to do, get the ball in Ryan Lyons' hands. He's your most explosive player on offense. I think you've only thrown it to him a couple times tonight. Is there a way to hand him a jet sweep, put him in the backfield, get a screen pass or something going to him to get the ball in his hands and see if he can make something shake? It's 3rd and 11. If you can pick up 6 or 7 of this, you're probably going for it at midfield.
Score update to DeKalb middle scores. They go up by 8, 26-18. Avery Trace has to score and get the 2 in the 4th overtime there on UCR 3. One receiver each way here. Parker in the gun on 3rd and 11. See if they go for Ryan Lyons here. Parker takes the snap. Play fake. He's going to roll to his right. Being spied. Now he's looking to reverse. There is room to run. Parker cuts upfield. He's cut down. Another great open field tackle made by the Panthers. This time it's Carson Bunker, the junior. And DeKalb has to punt it again as the Stone defense bows up.
Have to punt this one. You just did not pick enough up on 3rd down to go for it. And you've really, if you're DeKalb, you've really got to find a way for your defense to get a stop here.
If you haven't already and you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button, comment along with us, and share the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up. This time, the punt is away, and this is a booming kick by Painter. Way up into the air, and Akindo lets it land. It has a little backspin on it like a Jacob Vincent 8-iron, and it stops at about the 20. 1st and 10, Stone looking for a potential kill shot drive with 55 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, like you said, just being down 2 possessions in the second half for either team, going to be hard to claw your way out of. Obviously, Stone, a touchdown here, ices this one for DeKalb. If you can get a stop, get the ball back to your offense, you're just in this one-possession game.
Well, we try to pick the best game every week for the game of the week. We thought this one had the potential on the board to be a good one. Rain has changed the style of game, but it has been another good one between these two teams.
Still a great game.
55 seconds as they'll come onto the field a little bit late, 15 on the play clock. And now you're seeing a lot of Akindo and Potter in the backfield. One receiver each way. Potter has the snap. Going to give to Akindo around the left side. Akindo bounces up to the 20, to the 25. Akindo to the 30, 35. Akindo cuts up and now darts out at the 40. Turner Roofing, 1st down. Maddox Akindo rumbling, and a great opportunity to remind you to stay tuned for the Rico postgame show where we will have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, not doing anything overly fancy here, just running outside zone, stretch, whatever you want to call it. And DeKalb's had a hard time the second half of setting the edges of their defense.
Snap taken, play fake, now going to right side is Potter. This one's coming back on a hold, and DeKalb slams him down. Good job by the DeKalb front. But this is going to be a 10-yard penalty and put him behind the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, again, sitting right here beside the DeKalb coaches, you hear them yelling that he's jumping inside. Their edge defenders are getting greedy, and they're jumping under blocks, and the Stone ball carriers, whether it's a quarterback or a Akindo, are fast enough once they go inside just to run around them. If they'll just keep their integrity and leverage that back inside, that their teammates are going to rally and get that on the ground.
Could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Potter with the snap, gives to Akindo. Akindo stutter steps, now accelerates and finishes with the helmet down. Stiff finish to the run on a gain of 8. 18 seconds. Stone does not have to snap it again.
Yeah, and again, it's just a steady dose of inside zone, outside zone, and then quarterback counter off of that. They're just one step ahead of DeKalb's defense right now. taking this one to the fourth quarter.
That is the final play of the third quarter. We've got a great finish on tap for you. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. Entering the fourth quarter, Stone with an 18-15 lead. They've got a 2nd and 12 with the football as Noah Potter carrying around the left side. Now he cuts upfield. Potter diving forward for a gain of about 6. Makes it 3rd and 4, and it is a final over on UCR3. There are over 400 devices watching the end of that game, and DeKalb County wins the middle school championship in the Upper Cumberland Conference in 4 overtimes. They defeat Avery Trace 26-18 tonight. Here's a big 3rd down and 4 this season. Biggest play of the season. Potter keeping himself again around the right side. Hesitates, accelerates, dives forward, and he got it. Not the most generous spot in the world for him, so we'll wait. He finished past the line to gain, but they say that knee dropped a little bit early.
I think they're going to give it to him, yep.
And it is going to be a Turner Roofing 1st down. 45 seconds into the fourth quarter here, Justin. We kind of mentioned it. A touchdown here for Stone. Very close to icing the game.
Yeah, how it is, I think it's probably a ball game. Again, anything can happen in a game like this. The cab goes down and scores, and you kick it onside. Just no telling what's going to happen on this field with a wet ball. But just not a lot of time left in this one.
Meaning the cab needs a stop if they want a chance to keep their undefeated record intact. And now we've got a whistle and a stoppage. And a timeout called on the field. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. Timeout Stone.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Out of the timeout, it's going to be 1st and 10 Stone as they're looking to try and add on. Neither team is led by 2 scores tonight. Right now it's the Panthers with an 18-15 lead. 3 broadcast games tomorrow night on the main page. A big one in Sparta as Macon County travels to take on White County. On UCR2, it's Livingston and York, and on UCR3 is Cookeville, Warren County. One each way here. As the snap is taken, handoff goes to Akendo. Been a while since he's touched it. Akendo gets loose. There goes Maddox Akendo, and he is out of there. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. Maddox Akendo, 49 yards, and a huge strike for the Panthers.
And here's the backbreaker for DeKalb. That's just inside zone. That's nothing that they had struggled with to this point yet of the outside runs and getting around everybody. Simply inside zone, and that's just Akendo's second effort. Once he gets to the second level, made a guy miss, bounced it outside all the way to the end zone, and you saw that speed, which makes him so dynamic, so tough to play.
And I think Coach Sambers had enough on a wet night of the kicking game woes, and really none of it's been on the kicker. It's just been tough to get anything working in that game.
Well, he's made 2 of them.
Just been called back on offsides against the defense. In the pros, that would have been good. 10:41 to go. They're going to go for 2 with a 9-point lead. What a run for Akendo. He has a touchdown run of over 50, and now that one of 49, 2 of them tonight. Potter in the gun. Has the snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Being pressured, being hit. He just flips it away. The 2-point try is no good. 10:41 to go in the ball game. Stone Memorial leads on the road. It's 24-15. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Gut check time for the undefeated DeKalb County Tigers. They trail on their home field on a Thursday night, 24-15. Maddox Akendo breaks a 49-yard touchdown rush. And now Jordan Parker and company need a quick score. With their backs against the wall, the Panthers playing for their season tonight, and they have played like it.
Well, and for DeKalb, you've not been able to do a lot with these short fields. So to me, if you can get one of your return men up here to field one of these squibs and try to make something happen, get a big play in the return game, that's where I'm trying to find a cheap one.
Basenko on to kick it. And if nothing else, DeKalb has to make sure they recover it because Stone gets it. You're about to see a party over there on that sideline. Last 4 matchups combined, gap of 6 points between these two squads. And right now, Stone with a 9-point lead on the road. Kick upcoming, and this one more of an onside kick. A slow roller, bounces up, fielded, and then just going down is Ty Webb. It is good field position again for Jordan Parker and company. They're on the 43. Two big deals here. The turnovers, interception, and then the fumbled snap on the punt that directly led to 2 Stone Memorial touchdowns. Couple that with 2 long Maddox Akendo runs, and that's how you get 24-15 on the board.
Find a way if you're DeKalb to get the ball into Ryan Mine's hands. Got to find a way to. He's the most explosive player you've got on offense, skill player outside of your quarterback. How are you going to find a way to force him the ball?
It's one-on-one on the outside between him and Braden Marsh. Parker has the snap, runs out to his left, going to fire at 2 Lions. He makes the catch but has to go to the ground to get it. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 10.5 to play.
And I see what they're doing there. The Stone corners are playing so far off. They just ran a whip route. He runs inside, breaks it right back out to the sideline. He's wide open. Again, I don't know who could throw in this weather, but if you can hit him in stride, let him turn around and get a one-on-one with that corner, maybe you get something. But, again, easier said than done in this kind of weather.
2nd down and 6 as Parker surveys the field. Now he has the snap. Hand off to Ketchum. Ketchum hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another big stop up front by the Stone front 7, which has been very good tonight.
And if you're a DeKalb fan right here, you don't have to go lightning fast. There's got the ball with over 10 minutes to go in this 4th quarter, but you've got to go down and get a touchdown on this drive and then find a way to get a stop on defense. 4-down territory here for the Tigers. 3rd and a long 6 here. As time ticks near 9:35 to play in regulation. 9-point lead for Stone on the road tonight. A Thursday night football. Snap taken. Rolling to his right is Parker. We've got a flag down. Parker going to be hit and cut down. We'll see what the official flag is. It came in immediately. Yep.
Coach Trapp's not happy. That makes me to believe it's an illegal formation or illegal shift. And Coach Trapp is livid. It is illegal procedure against DeKalb, and Coach Sandberg could decline this if he wanted to. It's going to be 4th down.
Ball start on the offense.
And they're going to decline it. It'll be 4th down upcoming after they got Parker on the ground. And this is interesting.
And this is the ballgame right here.
DeKalb's going to punt it. Wow. With 9:19 to play, trailing by 2 scores, they're going to punt it away.
Oh, man, that's a tough. tough spot to punt this one back, as you saw what Stone did just on the last drive.
It's 4th and 6, and Stone doesn't care. They are staying in their base defensive look. Painter has it, nearly blocked. He does get it away, and this is the chance to pin him deep. Takes a DeKalb hop, rolls inside the 15, and it'll be touched down just outside the 10. 9:07 to play in regulation here.
And for your Stone, you've got a chance to ice this game away. You don't have to go score a touchdown, but if you take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock here, punt the ball back to them to make DeKalb go 80 yards. They've not really been able to do it all night. It's a chance for you to ice it DeKalb. You got to find a way to get a 3 and out. Get 3 and out, get the ball back to your offense in good field position, because they're backed up here on the 10-yard line.
Join us on Tuesday night live from the rooftop of Fire and Vine. Jacob Vincent and myself for the UCR Coaches Show presented by Fire and Vine. We'll recap this game, tomorrow night's games, preview and pick next week's action. We're probably going to all pick the same next week if you take a look at the slate. Potter in the gun, has the snap. Going to hand off again, this time wiggling through, and there he goes, diving forward past the 16. Stone offensive line creating holes, and the backs are rumbling through them.
Yeah, that's the same play they just scored on a minute ago. Stone, the DeKalb players in a one-on-one position made a tackle where they didn't a minute ago, allowed him to rumble 59 yards for a touchdown.
And I don't think that was a kendo, but don't quote me on it. We're here in a great box, but the windows, as you can imagine, are pretty rainy. So
yeah,
I got 2 open ones I'm trying to glance through. Akendo is in the backfield now, even if it wasn't him on the last play. 2nd down and 3 here. Stone's trying to go 9 minutes and end the ball game. Potter takes a snap, hands to Akendo again. Akendo wiggles forward. He'll be hit, and DeKalb County playing for the game makes the tackle after a gain of just a yard.
And Akendo does a good job being patient there, not forcing it. He tries to press the hole. Just not a lot there. That's one of the better plays that DeKalb's done all night, stringing that one out. Again, you've seen the big playability out of him. On track to be our player of the game if Stone can pull this one out.
Told you about some of our DeKalb County sponsors. I want to thank some of our Cumberland County sponsors, based sponsors as well. Club Wyndham right there in Fairfield Glade. Listen, if you're like me and you like to golf, maybe you just want a little staycation here, trust me, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Check them out. We appreciate them for being one of our all-inclusive sponsors. 2 receivers to the left. Snap taken, handoff goes to Akendo. Big hole to rumble through. He jukes to the outside, and there he goes again. One man to beat Akendo with a stiff arm, still on his feet, slung out of bounds at the 30. A Turner Roofing 1st down, and it is getting to closing time for the Panthers on the road.
And that's frustrating if you're DeKalb. It's simply inside zone, and Akendo's just making you miss. He's just better than you are right now. The elements aren't. There's a lot going on. He's just better than everybody else trying to get him on the ground at this point.
He is running wild right now in this ball game, way over 100 yards. 2 scores to go along with it. The leader in the clubhouse for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game Award. Somebody from DeKalb will have to take it from him. He's getting a breather here as the snap's taken. Handoff this time goes to the different back who is stapled. And you see DeKalb now selling out to stop the run as we near 7 minutes to play.
And not in complete panic time here if you're DeKalb. If you can get a stop right here and force a punt. You've given up the kind of the field position battle right here, but you're still in this game. If you can get the ball back, go down and score, and then with an onside kick attempt, there's no telling what's going to happen.
2nd down and 9 here for the Panthers, who, as I mentioned before, are in truly no hurry. They'll break huddle with 14 seconds on the play clock, under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. 2 receivers going to stack out to the left side. If they throw the ball, I'd be flabbergasted. Potter takes the snap. He's going to run it around the left side. He gets away from one tackler, now drives forward. 5, 6 different Tigers push him back at the 37. And a huge 3rd down and 5 play upcoming. 6.5 to go. You look at this region. Upperman out in front. They're 6-0 now, 4-0 in the region. DeKalb County was right there behind him at 5-0, 1-0 in the region. Macon County at 4-1, 1-1. And we'll just give you the region slate. Sparta also 1-1. Stone 1-1. And then Livingston and Cumberland County at 0-2. So a win for Stone tonight pushes them up for at least now ahead of the Sparta team that beat them. Sparta faces Macon tomorrow night. It would also push them for now ahead of Macon. Obviously, one of those teams is going to get their second win tomorrow night. And, of course, it would give them the tiebreaker over DeKalb. So for 24 hours, as the timeout is called, if this result holds, Stone Memorial will be second place in Region 4 4A. Now, to stay there, they'd have to beat both Upperman and Macon County. That's easier said than done, but they're playing a good brand of football here tonight. They're blocking up very nicely, and Maddox Akindo's doing Maddox Akindo things.
He really is, and I don't want to take anything away. Like you said, they're blocking up really well, and Noah Potter's doing a really good job, too. When he's keeping it, they've just got a good balance of hitting the inside zones, the outside zones with the quarterback and the running backs, and then Potter's just really decisive right now as he's running the football.
And he's running tomorrow night. You think the weather's bad tonight? Now let's add about 50 mile per hour worth of winds.
And more rain.
And that's what we'll have tomorrow night in the games that are played, if they are played. I've got a feeling something's going to happen playing on Saturday. I'm keeping my slate open on Saturday. Let's put it that way. And so is Goose and Jacob. If not, they're fired. One receiver each way. 5:54 to go in regulation. Big 3rd down and 4 upcoming here. Potter takes the snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it. Now still looking to throw. Bounces back, fires deep downfield. Receiver's wide open, and he makes the catch. And wisely tiptoeing out of bounds. You said it, Justin. Hunter Haney was wide open forever. Potter found him. It's a Turner Roofing first down.
Yeah, and, they brought the guy across the field in motion, and both DBs just sucked up on him and left the outside guy running completely by himself. Potter just didn't see him for a while. He finally looks up downfield, sees him, gets the ball to him. That's a big play for Stone. That's probably ices this one away.
5:43 to play. The time does stop as Haney went out of bounds, but you don't want that ball to get punched out on a night like tonight. They break huddle, and Stone's looking for the kill shot. They can go up 3 scores. Yes, with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Snap taken, handoff goes to Akindo around the left side. He'll be hit at the line, slung forward for a gain of maybe 3, and they will tick it down inside of 5 minutes.
And now the clock is really your enemy here if you're DeKalb. Even if Stone doesn't go down and score, DeKalb's got to be at a point where they're thinking about taking their timeouts to conserve some of this time. Again, got to get a stop here, but the time is definitely your enemy at this point.
2nd down and 7 upcoming here for the Panthers. They sub a little bit late, 15 on the play clock. And they're just ticking it away. 2nd down. Potter breaks huddle, calls for it, gives to Akindo. Akindo around the right side, pushing forward, and now the Cavalry arrives for DeKalb. Another gain of 3 or 4 at the 31. And they're a couple first downs away from it being completely over. DeKalb has 2 timeouts left. 3rd down and 3. At a certain point, Coach Trapp's going to have to think about burning those.
Got to start. And if you're Stone here, you're in 4-down territory. Milk this clock down as far as you can. Snap it late, and you've got 2 more offensive plays here.
Final. Cumberland County gets a couple of scores against in the JV portion of the contest. Upperman wins 51-12, and they go to 6-0. Snap taken. Play fake. Potter keeps it around the right side, trying to get to the line to gain. DeKalb pushing him backwards, and it looks like he got it. It's a Turner Roofing first down for Stone Memorial as we will go under 4 minutes to play.
And I said it on the last first down. This one's definitely iced at this point. There's just not enough time, not enough possessions, and you can't go fast enough in this weather to make this one up unless – again, you get a stop and you break a big one. It's not happened yet for the DeKalb offense. They've been methodical as they've moved the ball down the field. They've not really hit the huge gash, explosive plays like you've seen out of this Stone offense.
And how about the answer from Stone? To get beat up by White County a couple of weeks ago on a Thursday night, answer with the win at Meigs County. That's a good Meigs County team. And now what they've done so far here tonight. Snap taken. Handoff goes around the left side now. Trying to hold on to that football as DeKalb reaches for it. Minimal gain on the play, maybe 2. 3:35 to play. And now tonight to come on the road, give up the opening touchdown, and since then outscore DeKalb 24-8. Impressive by Coach Samber and his football team.
Really gut check time for this team. As they had a chance to go up 2 scores at the end of the first half and get the ball to come out the second, and we have the penalty call that definitely wasn't a penalty. go back, and DeKalb goes down to take the lead by 3, and they just rallied.
And really, we'll talk about this a little post-game. This changes the complexion of Region 4-4A, and
Sure
it's
does.
about to be a race for the final 2 spots in this region as the snap is taken, handoff to Akendo. Stutter steps and just gets tripped up. A touchdown-saving tackle. He knew it, and he's a little bit hobbled, and I imagine that's going to be the end of his day. He's back and walking. He wants to stay out there, but at this point, 2:40 to go, 3rd down and short. You do not want to risk him.
Yeah, get him out of there.
And Coach Steve Trapp is going to call his second timeout before a 3rd and 4. 2:41 to go.
Time's not your friend. That's your second timeout. Only got 1 left. The only chance you have in this ball game is to get a stop here on 3rd and 4th down. You're going to take your next timeout if you get a stop here, and then you've got to go lightning speed to get a score, get an onside kick, and to get 1 more in the end zone.
Coach Tyler is absolutely correct. All of us are going to miss this pick in the expert predictions presented by TLT Sports Performance, which means you don't get to get a game on me. Stay in first place.
You know, I look at our buddy Goose calls me, and I have a day job, and he goes, "Hey man, Thursday night games, need to put our picks out, and you've not turned them in." So I said, "Well, read me the list, and I'll just say you write whatever you want. I'm gonna tell you who I think is gonna win." So
2:41 to go, 3rd down and 4, 1 first down, and they can be close to putting their knee on the ground. DeKalb now knows they got to have some magic, so the timeouts getting
I also
burned.
appreciate the UCR faithful holding us accountable.
Oh, they will.
When we blow it,
you think
we
we're not going to
blow
hear it from Coach
Yeah.
Samber tonight? I can promise you
I'm
we
not
will.
answering.
Right. Potter takes the snap. Going to hand off to Akendo. Bounces upfield. There he goes again. Maddox Akendo to the end zone. Touchdown. Stone Memorial. His 3rd of the night. And that is your dagger.
Man.
He got to the edge and got in for the 931 Sports Cards and Collectibles touchdown.
Again, Coach Samber, probably more than anybody, loves to make me look like an idiot. I'm saying get Maddox out of here. They leave him in, scores a big touchdown. We're all going to miss this pick pretty badly.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who was picking it. I don't think Coach Samber was picking it to be potentially 31-15. Basenko trying to attempt this one here. Snap, set, kick, good. 2:34 to go in the ball game. It's 31-15. Stone in front, closing in on a key Region 4-4A victory. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Jason Fye, General Manager of the Watson Chevrolet. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on the Watson Chevrolet UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Stone Memorial with a 16-point lead. It is 2 possessions. 2:34 to go, so not completely over as Basenko is going to chip this one over to the left side. Hendricks goes back and going to be fielded. Rather, this is Ketchum, and Ketchum running the wrong direction with a stiff arm. He's still running the wrong way. He's going to get hit and swallowed up on the 6-yard line.
Wow.
We've got a flag all the way near where that ball was caught, so we'll wait and see on that. Trying to make something happen there and just go in the wrong direction.
Can't blame the kid. You know you need a score, but you can't give up that much ground.
We'll wait on the official word here on what this, because if it's against Stone, it could back him up to the 3. Wow. 2:25 to go. 31-15 is our score. Stone Memorial with 3 touchdown runs tonight for Maddox Akendo. They waved the flag off, 1st and 10 from the 6. And make it, they actually give them forward progress out to the 8. So,
well, that was generous.
Yeah, a little bit generous. Two receivers out to the left, one to the right here for Jordan Parker, who needs a little bit of serious Smithville magic tonight. Play fake. He looks out, fires, receivers there. It's Hendricks. Hendricks spins away and now tries to get out of bounds, and they will not give it to him. They run the clock. 2:16 and counting. And Stone has to go tempo. The rain continues, as it will, for the next day and a half. Going to add in some wind and even more rain tomorrow.
Going to be no yards mode this weekend, folks.
And Maddox Akendo is going back to midfield to try and protect anything deep. Parker takes the snap. Going to hand off, Ketchum, rumbles forward. He's got the first down. Ketchum spins forward. It's a Sonya Brown with American Way Real Estate first down, and Stone content to let him have that with 1:48 and counting to go.
Time is their enemy. They got a long way to go.
Statement tonight for Stone Memorial on the road in Region 4-4A. Snap taken, handoff. Now rumbling around the right side. Big hole to rumble through, and there he goes. Catch him to the 40, to the 45, and he'll be taken down by Akendo out of bounds. It's a huge gain for Ketchum, but again, Stone playing prevent defense, and DeKalb's taking what they're given.
Right, and you brought it up when they were lined up at the 8-yard line. They had Akendo lined up at the 50, so they're one short in the box, missing that safety filler, but Akendo was the one who got that one on the ground.
Trips out to the left side here as they're moving. Akendo's now back on his own 20-yard line. Hard count. Nearly got him. Parker with the snap again. They're going to hand off. Catch him. Rumbles right side. Now he cut down at about the 40. That's enough for another Sonya Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. DeKalb has 1 timeout remaining. They need a touchdown, 2-point conversion, onside kick, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Any of that doesn't happen, Stone wins. Parker takes the snap. Going to hand off again to Ketchum. They're running it over and over again. This time Stone a bit more prepared. And we've got a whistle with 1:03 to go. Time ticking away. 2nd and 7.
Got to start throwing this around. I know it stinks to do it right now, but you just got to.
52 seconds. Snap taken. Parker's going to keep it around the right side. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Stiff arm out of bounds. That stops the clock as he gets to the 31. And we've got a Tiger slow to get up in the middle of the field. They did have a change at one of the guard spots this week. One of their guards is out, starting guard. So a little bit of change up in that continuity there. It's interesting for DeKalb, though, as the injured player is being tended to. Justin, 5-0, but we said it pregame. Big step up in competition.
Yeah.
Now they know they got to go back to the drawing board and get better in a hurry because it doesn't get any easier next week going to Lafayette.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough break. You're playing the team who took Upperman to absolute brink at this point, and you do have the advantage of an extra day's rest. Probably doesn't help a lot.
That was Bryson Arnold, who was helped off the field, the junior lineman. Parker takes the snap with 44 seconds, gives a little pump fake, looking downfield to Hendricks, fires, it's overthrown, incomplete. 4th down in the game here with 38 seconds to go.
Didn't have a choice on that one. If he throws that one on the money, it should be an interception or for sure a knockdown pass. They tried to run a little pump and go. Again, Stone Memorial playing very conservative, very soft out here on the corners, not biting on anything short. Let them catch it. Got to pick up the first down. That's your main priority. Even if you got to run it, pick it up. You still got a heartbeat.
4th down and a yard. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
The middle of the defense is wide open.
Jordan Parker's. The blitz is shown again up the middle. Snap taken. They bring it. Hand off to Ketchum. Ketchum gets upfield to the 30 and now finishes. 31 seconds. Steve Trapp has his timeout if he wants to burn it. So far he has not. They stop the clock and now they'll run it as the chains reset. And Ketchum with his hands on his hips. He's gassed right now. Parker calls for it. Now delayed in the snap. They don't have time for this. 22 seconds. Snap taken. Dropping back. Looking left. Being pressured. Being hit. as he throws. It's tipped up into the air. Did he intercept that? My goodness, yes, he did. What an interception, and the dagger for Stone Memorial. A tremendous pick made. Big number 51, Cody Parker, has a couple of big tackles for loss today, and he caps it off with a 1 foot inbounds interception. And Stone Memorial is going to get a humongous region win on the road.
That was sick. That's the only way you can say it. As a really nice play for him to get a foot in bounds. I thought he caught it the whole way. Line judge down there saw it too. So, I mean, just a really athletic play by that young man.
Stick around. We're not done just yet after this kneel down. Post-game show, player of the game, a little bit more. Big time tonight for Stone Memorial, answering a lot of doubters across the area. Potter puts his knee on the ground, and that will do it. Final score tonight, Stone Memorial on the road on a rainy Thursday night gets it done. Panthers 31, Tigers 15. We welcome you into the Real Estate Collective post-game show. Justin, 2 weeks ago, Stone was written off. They lost by 2 scores at home to Sparta, also on a Thursday night. They go on the road, get everybody's attention a little bit with a win at Meigs County. They turn around this week on the road against an undefeated statewide ranked team and get a 16-point victory. A lot of credit has to go to Derek Samber and these players. They did a great job tonight.
Yeah, you said they got everybody's attention. Apparently they didn't get ours. We all picked against them in our pick'em thing. Again, the thing I look back on it, and it's easy to do this after the game, looking at the schedule that DeKalb has played, you think they've not really been tested, and Stone's played some pretty tough teams, taken some lumps, and they're probably a little better for it right now. Maddox Akendo was fantastic. Just hats off to that team because this was their season tonight.
It was their season tonight, and now things have become very interesting in Region 4 4A. We'll give you where we are right now in the region after tonight's result. All alone in first place is Upperman. They are 4-0 in the region. Now right behind them, Stone Memorial at 2-1. Macon County at 1-1. Sparta at 1-1. Of course, Macon County and Sparta will face off tomorrow night. Somebody's going to be 2-1 there. Somebody will be 1-2. For now, DeKalb County falls to 1-1. Of course, they played one less region game than everybody else has. And then Livingston and Cumberland County at 0-2. It is solidified now, and now it is a real horse race. 3 teams for 2 spots to try and get into the playoffs and make some noise.
Yeah, and that's a good and the bad thing about this region up here. And when Livingston's good, there's 6 teams that are fighting for those 4 spots. But we've probably got 5 fighting for it right now. And who's going to get that 3 and 4 spot? You really don't want to be in 4, probably traveling to Loudon. Tough place to play. It's a long trip from the Upper Cumberland up there into a different time zone. If you can avoid that for as long as you can, that's what you're looking for. But in my head, I've got how I think it's going to shape out. I'm probably not going to say it right now.
Well, tonight could impact how some people view it shaking out. It's going to be very, very interesting. Time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. I know we're on the same page.
Yeah,
tonight.
It's got to be Maddox Akendo. He had game-breaking play after game-breaking play. Can't say enough about all he does for that Stone offense. He's so dynamic with the ball in his hands. Has great pad level. Had 2 touchdowns. One was right close to 50 yards. One was over 50 yards. Would love to know what his totals are for the evening, but he just impacted the game in every phase. Made a bunch of good plays on defense, too. Had some good tackles here late. Just an all-around good game for Maddox Akendo.
A celebration for Stone. Back to the drawing board for DeKalb. 2 good teams going at it tonight. DeKalb County falls to 5-1 on the season. They are 1-1 in Region 4 4A. Stone improves to 4-2 and 2-1 in the region. Next up for these 2 squads, DeKalb County next week at Macon County. For Stone Memorial next week at Livingston as they try and build a winning streak of their own. We hope you'll join us tomorrow night for 3 broadcasts across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. On the main page, it is another Region 4 4A matchup. Jacob Vincent, myself, and Coach Dodgen will be there from a very rainy and windy Warrior Stadium as White County welcomes in Macon County. On UCR 2, Livingston Academy travels to York, and on UCR 3, Cookeville at Warren County. That'll do it for us tonight, Justin. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for putting on the headset one more time on late notice. We were a little bit strapped this week, so
We figured it out.
We figured it out. Absolutely. Hope everybody else enjoyed the broadcast as well. Goose is here. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com.
A soggy Goose.
You have got to go and support that content because he is taking a beating for it down there.
Elite. He's elite.
And he's elite at it. That also
He's
helps.
so good.
And the rain pictures are always special. So enjoy that. That's coming to the website either tonight or tomorrow morning. Final score once again tonight as we say so long from Smithville. Stone Memorial 31, DeKalb County 15. I'm